How's everybody feeling? Hope you're doing good, doing great, all of that good stuff out here in these streets. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday evening. Shout out to everybody that's in the house. We're in the house, so we might as well make some money, right? Hey, everybody. Tap the screen. Y'all know the deal. Tap, 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 tap. Tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen, share the live. All that good stuff. Y'all know. Tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen, share the live. Hey, 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 hey. Tap the screen, share the live. Hey, hey, tap the screen, share the live. Hey, hey. Hey, I dream to inspire you productions. How was everybody's Christmas? How was everybody's Christmas? So while y'all are coming in, y'all go ahead. Please give me housekeeping, 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 so I can test my delay. Appreciate that very much. It's good to be seen. I'm glad to see you too. Okay. So, housekeeping number one, while everyone is coming in, if you are on the battle team, we will pick back up with battling on Sunday. Okay. Sunday is when we'll start battling again. And that'll give us, like, I think, a good 5 days to be in the battle streets. And we will resume the raffles for the bag, for the training, for the coaching, and for the free phone. Okay. So, because we'll give that away on New Year's Eve. I've never done a New Year's Eve giveaway, but I feel like that'll be fun. Or maybe we should give it away on New Year's Day. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at the calendar. So we'll do that. You said you you ate too much. I actually did a good job. I think I was just too tired to eat or something. Because when you host, it's a lot with, like, the cleaning, the cooking, the grocery shopping, the smiling, all of that stuff. So by the time it was time for dinner, I had eaten like a big old bowl of broccoli first, and I had like room for like a piece of fish, a couple forks of spaghetti, and I ate like one chicken wing, and I was out of there. But I made brunch. On Christmas Day too, which I normally don't do, but I did that this year. So I think too, when it was like dinner time, it wasn't like, what I'm saying? Like I think brunch, we had it at like, and it was just simple. It was like, I just did croissants, bacon, eggs, fruit. We did like pestos and like different jams and stuff on the side. But yeah, child, I was it was a real light brunch. Peach cobbler, croissants, eggs, bacon, fruit, and I'm missing something else. But it wasn't too much going on. It was like real, real lightweight, real lightweight. Hey, Penthouse. Okay, housekeeping number 2. Thank you for the heart me. Yes, everybody, please drop your heart me's. They're only 1 point. You should see an orange heart or their gray heart up above my head. Click it. It's in your daily heart me. It was only 1 penny. Okay. I know for a fact my content is worth a penny. Okay. Next piece of housekeeping that you guys need to know about going into 2025. Y'all know how I do like business trainings and tips and information and all of that stuff. Yeah, those are actually finally going down to 1 day a week. As far as like instructional tactical stuff that I do out here for the free 99. So that will be on Wednesdays at 11:11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, Queen Wimbo. So put that in your calendar, and I'll try and do reminders, but that'll be the regular day. Those of you that are in Monetization Nation, you will start seeing like you'll get exclusive or private trainings with me. So we'll have like mini lessons and then going into skills. So that means you guys will get to see more me inside of there. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. Thank you for the season's greetings. And then if any of you guys are trying to get into the mentorship program that starts January 9th, yeah, if you guys are trying to get into the mentorship program that starts January 9th, there are 2 seats left. Okay. So, come on in the room, get in the house, get into the mentorship program. Okay. Going through your profit planner now. Okay, that's what I like to hear because we're about to talk about making profits for 2025. My mentorship program is Kingdom Essentials Plus. It is 12 weeks. You'll be working with me directly. We are having our sessions on Thursdays. We are going to be covering building out your systems because a lot of you guys, when I go to your pages, you don't have systems. We're going to be building out the framework for your communities, which we're going to talk about a little bit. We had talked about this the other day. We also are going to, hey, everybody watching on YouTube, we also, excuse me, will, we also will be going through like getting customers and of course setting up for sales because a lot of people need help with sales. And so 6'9" fellow, thank you for the badge, my love. Thank you. So we'll be going through all of that over the 12 weeks. The 12 weeks are going to be very intense. However, you got to do what you got to do. You can't be out here dragging your feet. All right. Let's see. Next piece of housekeeping that everybody needs to know about. Oh, I have a dollar sale. I forgot to tell y'all. I decided, y'all know I always do something like really, really like inexpensive for Christmas. So it's a pay what you want sale. If you click the link in my bio, tap the first button, it'll take you over so you can see how to basically make social media sales for beginners. And then you'll see all of the upsell products are really, really inexpensive. They're like $5, $10, stuff like that. Because I know a lot of people, overextend themselves during the Christmas holiday. You need to get that money back up. So click the link in my bio, tap the first button, and you'll be able to do a pay what you want. Okay. Let's see, in general, or do you actually look at everyone's stuff? I look at everybody's stuff when you're inside of a mentorship program with me. I can't. So the reason mentorship programs have, I have like very small groups of people is because I can't look at 100 people's stuff. I can't look at 50 people's stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, like we're going through your stuff, like your specific stuff. And so a lot of people, everybody signed up, they already know the value because they know like a one-time laser session with me is $5K by itself. So the fact that like I marked down 12 weeks for less than a one-time session with me to work together, for 12 weeks every Thursday, checking in on your business. Like, yeah, and for those of you that don't know, if y'all are in here, if I've helped you make money, by the way, drop the money bags, the dollar signs, the credit card emojis, the euro, the yen, the dinero, whatever makes you feel good in your sha-na-na. But I've helped almost 900 people hit 6 figures. Hey, Glorious Locks. I have 179 clients now. I'm really excited. It's the first time I said it out loud, y'all. I think I'm about to cry. I have 179 clients now that have made $1 million in under a year. We may hit 182 or 183 a few days away. I got a couple that are right on the edge, so we're going to see what happens this week. But thank you for everybody dropping the money bags and the dollar signs and the credit card emojis. So yeah, I help people make money doing things that they like to do or that they feel like they're called to do. And I get on here and I teach things that people charge thousands of dollars for or hundreds of dollars for. I teach them 100% for free. So that is what I do. So even if you don't have money, you still can get over here and get value and catch your coins. So that's what I do. Blink, blink, blink. And of course, you want to get more, then I have all kinds of courses, products, programs, ebooks, planners, all that good stuff. Okay. So that is what I do. And if you want to know, my first company is Events by Ashley Ann. That's how I made my first $1 million. That's how I learned I'm good at social media monetization and marketing. Excuse me. And then a few years after getting that business up and successful, and I still have my event design and production company in case you all guys are wondering. have a whole gigantic warehouse full of stuff and several storages. Miss Everything, thank you for my badge, my love. So anyway, then I got into business consulting, and then it took a couple more years in that I realized I should be focused specifically on digital and social media, business development, marketing, and sales. So that's what I do. Oh, and I also have an ads agency. So, but my ads agency actually gets people's results. I just don't charge people money. Thank you, Glorious Locks. I just don't charge people money for thank you, Glorious Locks. Oh, those are pretty. I love those butterflies. I just don't be out here charging people money for running ads. Like, our ads actually work. They build up your list, they get you traffic to your site, and they get sales. So anyway, yeah, that's what I do. That's what I be out here in the streets doing. You know what I'm saying? And I got little hobbies and stuff. I like cooking and house stuff. Clearly, I like decorating, as you can see the tree behind me and stuff like that. I just be out here regular girl in it. But let's get to the money talk. Okay, enough about me. Let's get into some information about you all. Okay, everybody give me the ready. Let me see it roll through those comments. Let's see that. Okay, so a little recap. What we on? Let's see. Christmas was Wednesday, y'all. I think was I on Tuesday night, or was it Monday? I can't remember. Stuff is just running together. Whatever night I was on before Christmas, we were breaking down the communication cycle. Hold on, let me back it up, because some of you guys probably are like, what does that have to do with making money? It has a lot to do with making money. Okay, so let's talk about money multipliers in our cash communities. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm excited because everybody can finally see the graphics on all the different platforms. It makes me so excited. I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd. But I love this kind of stuff. Side note, everybody make sure you put Wednesday, 11:11 a.m. Central Standard Time in your calendars. That is going to be, okay, it could change to 11:11 p.m., but 11:11 a.m., that's going to be the time that that will be the time that I'm popping online. And every Wednesday, we're going to just deem that Wealth Wednesdays in the kingdom. And that's what we'll get on. And we will talk business and very structured and tactical business. Okay. Hey, Frida, what's going on, honey? So what you guys are looking at right here is your cash, right? You're basically cash compounder, aka your community. And if you guys remember, I told you that there are 4 components into a community that makes money for you. Okay, your reach, you being a resource, and your resources have to get your customers results. That's it, and that's all. Whatever community you're building has to be based around these 3 things if we're going to make money. Okay, when we look on the left side of this little graphic and you see the money multiplier, basically whenever you're doing one-to-one, which is trading your time for money, you're always going to be limited with your income. And we don't want to have a limited income, right? Even if you're, let's say you're like me and people pay you $5,000 to talk to you for an hour, right? However, there are only so many hours I can work in the day, right? So because there's only so many hours I can work in the day and there's only one of me, I'm always going to be limited by my income. But let's say I can, instead of talking to one person that's paying me $5,000 an hour, let's say I can talk to 50 people at one time that each pay me $5,000. Now I'm at a one to few. You see what I'm saying? And my income just drastically increased. And I'm not necessarily right now at this point, I'm not stuck at a one-to-one as far as my time for money. And then let's say I get, some strikes me and it gets even gooder. And now at this point, I'm like, I can figure out how to do a one to many. Okay. And so instead of me only talking to 50 people at one time, what if instead I can talk to 5,000 people at one time, and I can get 5,000 people, right, to purchase, a course or program from me. And those 5,000 people are each purchasing that course or program at $5,000. Then on top of that, they're also purchasing other products, courses, templates, right? Tickets to in-person events, those sorts of types of things. Okay. So when we talk about a money multiplier, you have to figure out your one-to-one, which honestly should be your high ticket. That should be your high ticket, your customized, if you're spending time, direct person, those sorts of types of things when we're one-to-one, because again, there are only so many hours in a day. And our goal is to get away from trading time for money. And then your your one to a few, that's where you're going to see a drastic jump in your income, because now you are talking to, right, instead of that one-to-one, maybe you were doing 1-to-10 or 1-to-12. So for example, you guys that are coming into my Kingdom Essentials Plus mentorship program, that's going to be 12 weeks, that starts on January the 9th, that somebody was asking me about, that is an example of one to a few. Right? So you guys will be inside of the program. We will spend our, 90 minutes to 120 minutes together every Thursday. You guys will also have modules. You'll have homework. You'll have your skill sets, right? We'll have our check-ins so we can move you along, right? We can move you along down the pipeline. But that is a one to few, and it puts me in a position where I can make this mentorship affordable. Because if you were doing one-to-one with me, you guys would be spending closer to like $75,000 to be inside of a program with me. Make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Then whenever we go one too many, like how I'm telling y'all to click the link in the bio and tap the first button, because we have a pay what you want sale today. And those products are really inexpensive. Well, guess what? If I have a few thousand people that, do the pay what you want, and let's say they're averaging maybe $10 is what people are averaging for that pay what you want product. Well, I just maybe made $25,000 or $30,000, and you guys are happy because you only paid $5 or $10 for a product. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And it's less work because the product is already done. It's already formatted. It's already packaged. You're going to buy it. The download is going to start, and I don't have to do anything else. You see what I'm saying? So outside of the time that I took to create that program and the workbooks, right, and the worksheets that go with it initially, that's it. Now it's making money for me every time I offer it. Does that make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? And I know it sounds like a very simple concept, but this is a concept that a lot of people are not getting. And this is why I see a lot of content creators, small business owners, and side hustlers getting burnout, because they have not figured out like what can they offer that's in a one-to-many format that does not require the same amount of time and energy as a one-to-one, right? Imagine doing one-to-one, like it's a pay what you want. Imagine me putting in the same amount of time one-to-one for $10. One, I'm going to be broke. I'm not going to be able to afford my bills. And number two, I'm going to be exhausted because I would have to see thousands and thousands of people, which is unrealistic for me to be able to do that in a short amount of time. Make sense? So when we think about a community that's a cash compounder for us, one, reach. You have to be getting new people into your community, okay? And you also need to be in communication with those people that are in your community. Number two, you need to be a resource, and you can be a resource through answering questions, tutorials, giving information, having prepared modules, worksheets, books, steps, providing a community, areas of conversation, right? Whatever it is, but you can put that out there. So that's going to create you, right? Or put you in a position where you are extending a resource to your audience. And then finally, those resources are going to get people results, and the results can be whatever you want them to be. Maybe you make scents and candles. So the results are their home smells good, their office smells good. I have a client, Finesse Your Mess. She cleans commercial properties. I think they're branching into residential, and she's working on like tips and stuff to be able to give you so your home can be spotless, cleaned, organized, Hey, Pin the Profit, thank you for the badge in the decluttering session, right? So you can figure out however you want that to work, right? So her one-to-one is whenever she goes into an office building and they clean and take care of it. Her one to few that she can offer, maybe if she's doing a workshop where she's going to show you how to start decluttering your house or cleaning your kitchen or tackling your closet or something like that. And then her one to many, right, will be her having her line of products that people are able to purchase from her so that they can be able to clean inside of their homes, their offices, their spaces, or other professional cleaners will be able to use. Does that make sense? That's how that works, right? So your community is going to be built up. First of all, you're using your social media to be able to reach people or stay in communication with your current people. And then we're going to move them outside of the social media app. So this is where that list building comes into handy. So if you have a channel, if you have a Discord, if you have a school platform set up, I really don't care what you use as long as you have, you can use a Telegram or WhatsApp. I don't care. You just need, you can use a WeChat. I don't care. Long story long, you need something though, okay? Some place to be able to communicate with them outside of your social media platforms, okay? Then from there, as you're giving these resources, you're giving advice, you're having interactions, exchanges with your community, they should be getting results, okay? And I don't care if the result is, they came to your food truck, bought a plate of tacos, and they're like, now my belly's full and it tasted good. Well, guess what? That's a result, okay? I don't care if I gave y'all the example like command hooks, right? They solved a problem for a lot of people that have apartments and homes and stuff like that. We didn't want to be putting holes all over the place whenever we want to hang up or mount something. So the fact that you can put up a little command hook on the strip, pop it on the wall, and then you can pull it off without damaging things was great, right? It's not super complex, but that's a result for us, right? So however it works, whatever you choose, okay? Whatever you choose out here in these streets, that's what gets you to where you need to go. Then that brought us back over to the communication cycle, which is what we were talking about right before Christmas. And I was going through, the idea and basically how there's a breakdown in the bridge between encoding and decoding and why it's really important to use the specific language and specific examples that are relative to your audience. And then we talked about background imagery, colors, brand alignment, right? Other things that are partnered there with your brand, all those sorts of types of things to help you communicate properly, right? So that that whatever you put out is exactly what they picked up. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. Then from there, we get into feedback, which is basically the excuse me, your customer or client taking the action that you wanted them to take right when you put that message out. Okay. And then you actually identify that this is what happened. And then the cycle starts all over again. Okay. And we spent a lot of time talking about colors, communication, and messaging and building out our community, which brings us to what I want to talk to tonight, which is, we also talked about content creation. Almost forgot. We sure did. We talked about content creation before that. We talked about these content buckets. I gave y'all very specific content and subcategories to go inside of your buckets for these to be able to use. Thank you for my finger hearts. Thank you so much, Perry, where I gave you guys very, very specific, right, content that you guys can post. And these are pieces of content that build up your followers and make you money. Okay. So we've gotten to the clarity. All right. So now that brings us, hey, Finesse Your Mess, that brings us to where we are. Okay. Hopefully everybody is caught up from the review. If you're like, ooh, I missed a lot. Yes, you did. Join my monetization nation. Okay. You get access to the vault. You'll get replays while you're there. All right. So now let's talk about your accounts in 2025. And I don't care if you're using YouTube. I don't care if you're using Pinterest. I don't care if you're using TikTok. I don't care if you're using the book. I don't care if you're using the gram. I do not care. Okay. Whatever social media platform that you are using, long story long, we need to lock in. Okay. Thank you, 6'9" fella. We need to lock in. And one of the things I know y'all get tired of people saying niche down, but y'all is really really true. And I have clients who are literally like. I have 3 clients right now. We did an experiment with Facebook. One of them made $14,000 during the month of November. The other one made $8,000, and the third one made $12,000. And it's specifically from niching down and posting static content. Okay. Y'all know I've been helping people monetize threads. I have 4 clients right now. One made $3,500 last month. And the other 3 hit the $5,000 target goal. Okay. Just for kind of typing their thoughts. All right. Y'all know I have several clients on the TikTok app that make in between $10,000 and $40,000 a month just from getting paid from the app. Okay. I have several clients that are TikTok shop affiliates and they're making a ton of money through the marketplace. Okay. And I also have a crap load of clients that are making money just selling their own products, services, courses, classes, all of that good stuff. Excuse me, and memberships. So long story long, there's a multitude of ways that you can get out here in these streets and get this money, but we have to be very, very specific and very intentional about what we're doing with our platforms, okay? And I'm going to be honest, some of y'all don't want to hear this, but half of y'all in here need to just go ahead and make new accounts. Hey, Broken Beauty. Some of y'all in here just need to go ahead and make new accounts. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm saying this because I want you to win. I'm saying this because I want you to make money. I'm saying this because I want you to hit your goals. Some of your accounts, because of the way that it's been categorized on the different social media platforms, because of the content that you've put out, because of the fact that you're shadow banned, or because people follow you for one extremely specific thing, is going to be so challenging for you to try to change that account or shift that account into an account that's going to be profitable. Okay. So some of y'all, you just plain old need a new account. And I know that this is like, I don't know, people feel like it's emotional damage when I say this, and they're like, oh, well, I have 4,000 followers on this account. So it's 4,000 people that don't engage with you, 4,000 people that don't share your posts, 4,000 people that don't comment, 4,000 people that don't see you. You know what I'm saying? You can keep it over there just for the sake of having that. But, and if I'm being honest, people don't believe me. But hey, if you're in here right now and I've helped you grow your account, like pick up over 1,000 followers in a week, go ahead and drop a crown emoji real quick so people know. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's not that hard to pick up followers when you want to be intentional about picking up followers. I'm sure y'all have noticed me pick up 8,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people sometime in a 24-hour period. It's not hard, and you don't have to buy your followers. It's about being strategic on the panels that you're on, making sure that you're on specific podcasts, doing like collaborations with other people where you guys are sharing. If I want to do a blitz, I may reach out to 40, 50 accounts that are smaller than mine and drop a specific piece of content. And the call to action on that content is to follow me. We can get you followers. Don't worry about that. That part ain't hard. Okay. We can get you real legitimate followers that will talk to you, engage with you, buy stuff from you. That can happen. You just have to be willing, right? You got to be willing to take the time to reach out, engage, and do the collaborations. But that part is pretty easy. Or you can be a smart aleck, because y'all know sometimes I just get online and I just say something spicy just for the sake of saying something spicy. Okay. I just say it because I do a generalization because I know it's going to enrage people, or people are going to want to talk to prove me wrong. And it's going to run my views up. It's going to run my comments up. It's going to run my reach up. It just is what it is. Okay. So however, long story long, I'm telling you, followers is not the issue. Okay. So some of you guys, though, you're fighting against an algorithm that has already deemed you as an account that doesn't keep people engaged. And the way that social media algorithms work is they want to share and showcase people that keep people on the app. So if your videos have a high retention view, they're going to send more people to you. If they notice a lot of people saving your content, sharing your content to other people inside of the DMs, they're going to send more people to you. If they notice a lot of commentary in that sections, they're going to send more people to you. If they notice, you have a good retention rate inside of your live streams, they're going to send more people to you. This is just how it works. And some of y'all, if I'm being honest, because you did not know what you were doing and you weren't being intentional with your social media platforms, like I'm just saying, why start in a hole? You know what I'm saying? Why not just start over with a fresh new account that doesn't have any negative marks against it, that hasn't been categorized as an account that does not hold people's attention or that people don't like the content from it. So now you can get out here on the good foot. Hey, Nina, what's going on, baby? Let's see. I don't know what I should do. I have so many interests. I'm old, got a lot of experiences. What do you like to do? That's what I always tell people to do is what do you like to do? And a lot of times you can take multiple interests or gifts or talents and you can use them for one purpose or one overall goal. Okay. I use your trainings. I get them when I become intentional. You get lackadaisical sometimes. That's all right, girl. We finna go hard out here in these streets. God bless your family too. Thank you so much. By the way, if this is making sense to any of you guys, if y'all enjoy like just this conversation or the information you're getting right now, don't forget, I have a 12-week mentorship program that starts January 9th. That's about 2 weeks from now. Click the link in the bio, tap the second button. You can see all the details. If you can't afford the mentorship, when you click the link in my bio, then tap the first button. I have a pay what you want sale, and it's covering how to make social media sales for beginners. And you can pay what you want for it. All right. So anyway, now that I've gotten that out of the way, that some of you guys need to get new pages. Okay. We're going to pick our niche. And when you're thinking about your niche, I really would like you guys more to focus on like who you want to help and how you want to help them. I think a lot of y'all struggle when we talk about a niche because you're like, oh, I need to talk about singing, or I need to talk about dancing, or I need to talk about relationships, or I need like that. You honestly, depending on who you're targeting, you can really talk about a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's a way we can categorize it. So like, for instance, let's say you're a variety show. I'm gonna call you a variety show, and you're like, I'm gonna talk about this, is that. Well, okay, let's build a community around people that are interested in those things. So maybe you have like a crafter community, or maybe you have your page is over home and lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? Maybe I use Instagram primarily is like business. I've tried to escape from business. I'm not gonna say escape, like add other things to it. Instagram, they like, no. They're like, we want you for making money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are like a little selfie. Y'all like a little luxurious vacation for me on the gram every now and then or whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? And if I cook some, y'all be like, ooh, I'm hungry. I'm coming for dinner. But there's so many other things that I'm good at and that I love to do. Instagram will not give me space for it. YouTube has already told me in the shorts, YouTube loves my home content. They like my skincare, and as many beauty creators as there are, people are still looking for more makeup stuff. So whenever I do makeup stuff or outfits of the day in my shorts, it takes off. Okay. So I'm like, okay, this is what YouTube Shorts wants from me, okay? On my long form page, I know what I want my content to be. I just got to get the editor that I want in YouTube. And yes, even though YouTube is one platform, the long form content and the shorts content are showed to two different people. So I have two different lives on YouTube under one page, all right? TikTok, right? TikTok, my community is literally focused just on being a better version of yourself, having a better quality of life. And so because of that on TikTok, yeah, I can talk a little bit about, business and making money. I also can show, a quick recipe. I also can show, I don't know how I'm able to film in my home, right? I'm able to talk about how I write things off, and I can show a little vacation, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I position my TikTok to be more about like, hey, I'm just here to help people have a better quality of life through mindset, through money, through marketing, through your everyday life. You see what I'm saying? So if you're focused on who you help and how you help them, instead of saying, I'm going to be, focused on fashion, or I'm going to be focused on shoes, or I'm going to be focused on gardening. Because some of you guys, like it's more of a community you're looking to build instead of just being an authority in a specific niche. That's able to be done. A lot of it is in the way that it's going to be packaged though. Okay. So once you're figuring out who it is you want to help and what information you want to give to them, what do you want to put out here in the social media streets? Now, the next thing you need to focus on is your consistency in posting. Everybody in the chat say consistency, 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 consistency. Consistency, 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 consistency. So let's talk a little bit about consistency, because I feel like when I say consistency, people confuse this with frequency, and it is not the same. Okay. Now, when you're trying to build up your community, when you're trying to get yourself, out here in these social media streets, and you're trying to expand and grow an audience and stuff like that, you do have to post every day. I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all are looking at some of these larger people like, what's her name? Farrah. What's Farrah's last name? Marty, something like that. She has like 7.6 million followers on TikTok. She has like a few million on the gram. She doesn't post every day. Farrah doesn't have to post every day because Farrah has like over 12 million followers. You understand what I'm saying? But when she started, she posted every day. Okay. You look at somebody like Jackie, okay, formerly Jackie Anna, now Jackie Asmore, okay. Jackie, I saw there was a little time she kind of took like a little break, and even Jackie posts. She puts up 3-4 posts a day. And Jackie has millions of followers. She has over 3 million on TikTok. She has over 3 million on YouTube. She has millions of followers on Instagram. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Like, you look at King Batch, somebody like him. He has like 26-30 million followers or something like that. That man posts every day. And then not only does he post every day, at least 2-3 times a week, he's collaborating with some other creator too. So he's increasingly growing that platform, right? So some of y'all don't want to hear this, okay? But you're going to have to find a day during the week, okay? Listen to your big cuz Ashley Ann. This is the easiest way to do this. You're going to have to find a day during the week, either once a month or maybe, twice a month, where you put out your base content. So y'all see above me where it has like your challenges, your problems, your tutorials, that's your base content. Okay. But when it comes to awareness content, you have to stay on your toes. So like, for instance, B Simone is trending right now because she got out here talking about, I need an intercessor, and I used to care, rocking my bra, and blah, 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 all this other kind of stuff. I actually have some thoughts about that. Okay. I was like, I was looking at the time because I was like, let me jump on here and say something about this. And I was like, oh no, I was like, we got to get on and teach, right? I was looking at the time. But realistically, when you look at that, like me being able to talk about that, everybody was talking about Beyonce's performance, right? The Beyonce Bowl Christmas for halftime show. So I built my content, that's awareness content, right? That's what's trending. So I was like, oh, let me talk about this from the business side, what other entrepreneurs can learn from her and what she modeled in front of us, what we were able to see. Okay. So awareness content, yeah, that's like a wave, and you basically got to jump on that. I'm just keeping it above. That's the easiest way. Oh, it's not on IG because I took it down. I'll flash it. Boom. That's the chart I'm talking about. It was just up and I took it down. It's still up on TikTok. Do y'all like these? Y'all know we have cute manifestation mugs and crystal infused water bottles. This is something I thought, the tariffs. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Oh, I was going to introduce these coming into 2025. Aren't they cute? And men, we have one for men too. Don't fear. We know men don't want to be carrying around a pink sparkly mug with strawberries. But they hold 40 ounces of liquid. Okay. Okay. But now I don't know. Okay. The tariffs, I'm like, woo, child. I don't know if people gonna be able to afford them now, child. So we gotta rethink some things. That's neither here nor there. Okay. Oh, you said, what if you're not good at jumping on a wave? Well, then you need, okay, one or two things. If you're not good at jumping on a wave, you need to find people that have their ear to the street. And even if you don't agree with their commentary, but you know that they always know what's trending on that particular platform, you need to follow them. So, for nothing else, you know what people are talking about, more specifically, your target audience. The second thing you can do, if you're in a group like my Monetization Nation or something like that, then we normally are like, hey, this and this and this is there. You also can get up in the morning, go to Google Trends. Excuse me. Google Trends shows what's trending all over the world. So you can pick country by country, state by state, even city by city. Okay. So it's really not hard. It's more about doing the work. So speaking of doing the work, you're going to take your day once a month or twice a month, and you're going to make your base content. So this gives you something that's niche related, right? That has the reach, that's going to, right, be resourceful to your audience so they can get results. All right. You're going to post that every single day. So now you have that. All right. And then with your awareness content, you just got to pay attention, and you don't have to jump on every trend, but I guarantee there's going to be something in a media cycle within a 7 to 10 day window that is absolutely 100%. Hey, Jay Janice, relative to you and to your business, and you can find a way to make it relate right to what you want to talk about. All right. Next, okay, when we talk about consistency, you also need to be consistent in your style of content. And a lot of people don't talk to y'all about this. People, when you're putting out content, remember how we talked about the communication cycle? You're communicating to your audience, okay? So depending on like the colors, the saturation, the vibrancy, is it cinematic? Is it more face to camera? Thank you for the badge, Jay Janice. Right? Are you communicating in shorts? Are they silent? Do you like to do voiceovers? Are you creative with your angles? Are you using jump cuts? Like we can go on and on and on, but your fonts, right? Like, are you picking you got your 2 dominant fonts that you use and maybe like 3 sub fonts or something that you go back and forth in between? The way that you write out your description, I'm telling you, there are going to be things that you are going to be able to produce that are going to be consistent with your content and your content style in a specific level of content, so people know like, oh, that is him or that is her, or that's that group, right? So a lot of you guys have watched me, evolve my content over time. If I'm being honest, I feel like TikTok probably gets my best creative content as far as with editing and angles and the cinema portion of it, because they appreciate the beauty and stuff. On Instagram, y'all don't like that. On Instagram, y'all really like stuff for me that's kind of plain. Y'all like stuff like big headlines that kind of summarizes what is it about. Y'all almost want thumbnail style content from me there. So that's what I produce over here. And y'all like the green screens, and I got to bring back the news because y'all really like whenever I do the news. A lot of y'all were like, oh my God, we love the news. So I'm going to bring back the little weekly news recaps. And we probably will bring back business tea as well, because a lot of y'all like that a lot, right? So you said your audience for sure. Hey baby, it's my job. But y'all will notice across all platforms, my fonts are pretty much the same style across all platforms. My lighting is the same across all platforms. The way that we give summaries or clips or snippets is pretty much the same across all platforms, right? So you're gonna have to figure out what your style is going to be, how you want to edit, how you want to communicate to your audience. Excuse me. What colors you want to use, the temperature you want to use, your saturation you want to use, all of those sorts of types of things. And so that way your audience understands this is my person. You know what I'm saying? This is my community. This is my base. All of that has to do with your voice. And speaking of voice, you need to be consistent in voice too. Some of y'all are having a hard time because people don't know what to get from you. Anybody, y'all don't have to follow me for a long time. You can follow me for about 48 hours and figure out I'm a spicy tamale. Okay. If you temperature check me, I'm gonna burn you up. Okay. I'm sweet as pie. Okay. I'm a very sweet soul, but I'm a little spicy too. Okay. And I get you. Okay. Cha cha cha. Okay. Anybody that follows me knows that I'm not trying to be like hyper political and hyper polished. Okay. Am I a lady? Yes. Am I a Southern belle? Yes. But I'm also country and I will fight a bear. You know what I'm saying? Depending on which switch you're going to get in there. Anybody that follows me can figure that out. Anybody that follows me, they figure out I'm going to be able to educate you and entertain you at the same time. Right? Anybody that follows me, or they're going to figure out very quickly that I have a very big heart and that I genuinely want to see my people succeed. I genuinely want people to have success. Anybody that follows me for an extensive amount of time, they're going to be like, oh my God, that girl like is actually giving out good information. I have people that come in here all the time to say that they learn more from my free live streams than they did from courses that they paid thousands of dollars for. Right? Like, so it's not hard, but that's the tone I wanted to take. Right? I literally thought about, I was like, I don't want to have to be corporate when I get on the camera. I want the ability to have a relaxed relationship with my community. And so that is what I set forth to do. Okay. Right? That's what I came here to do. That is exactly what I do. And so literally, I'm telling y'all are gonna have to figure out what's the tone and the voice you want with your audience. Are you gonna be, real high energy? Because if you're not real high energy in your regular life, you're probably not gonna be able to sustain that. And people may not be able to verbalize what it is that they're feeling or what they're picking up from you, but people can feel your BS. Okay, they can feel it. Hey Tag, what's going on, honey? Right, but does that make sense? You said you need a one-on-one with me. Click the link in my bio, Honey Buns, and look under one-to-one, or you can send me a DM. And if you're not sure what type of one-to-one to get, and I can ask you a few questions and we can get you to the right one-to-one. But does that make sense? People can feel your BS. That's why some creators get on here and they go, you know what I mean? Like through the roof. And some creators get on here and they struggle and they're stagnant because sometimes you're looking to be someone else instead of looking to be yourself. So what I would tell you is whatever tone you choose, that you're saying, I'm going to be consistent in that tone and in that voice, I would encourage you to pick one that's authentic. And everybody is a multi-layered human being. Okay. Thank you for the heart me tag. There's not one person on the planet Earth that is just like one note. Okay. And so what I'm telling you, though, is to pick the note or the notes that you want to share with your audience. And that's going to be way easier for you to maintain, and you're not going to feel burnt out. I don't know if y'all have noticed this. Some of y'all have been following me for years. Some of y'all have been following me for close to a decade. And I'm so thankful and grateful for y'all being a part of the kingdom. You know what I mean? And like sticking and staying and growing with me and developing with me. One of the things y'all will notice is a lot of these people, what they do, they get canceled or they get on here and they get burnt out. Right? they're like, oh, I had to give it a break. I had to leave. I had to do this. I had to do that. Y'all know why y'all have never seen me go through that phase with y'all? Because I'm myself. I made a conscious decision that I wanted to be relaxed. I was like, I'm going to talk to y'all the same way I would talk to my cousins, the same way I talk to my sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the relationship I wanted with my audience. And because I have the flexibility to be myself and I haven't tried to be anyone else when I've been out here, even in business, yes, you get to meet like very firm, very structured, results driven Ashley Ann, right? The woman that comes in and gets stuff done, the woman that comes in and fixes people's mistakes, right? And I'm good at it. And when I'm in that mode, some people don't know how to take me. Y'all have seen people burn me like in my reviews. Like they don't even say, they're like, yeah, her information is good and her products are good, but I don't like her attitude. I don't like the way she talks to people. Okay, well, this is how it is in business. I can't be soft and cuddly in business because soft and cuddly will get you killed. Real life, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all going through business trying to be soft and cuddly, and this is why you getting ran over. This is why you getting tossed in the corner. This is why people taking advantage of you, stealing your ideas, taking your formulas, beating you up, stealing your clients, all kinds of stuff. We ain't gonna go there, right? And then y'all see me, hey, Pearson Premium BBQ, y'all see me like in very chill mode. Like, yep, we just in here cooking, you know what I'm saying? We just in here doing makeup. We just in here talking about life stuff. But what I am telling y'all is you have to figure out what is the voice that you want to have with your audience, because you're gonna have to be consistent in that. You can't be out here trying to be like, I'm high energy, and you're not really high energy. You're not gonna be able to sustain it. Thank you, Jay Janice. You can't come out here and be like, I'm super spiritual, and then you don't want to be spiritual like 5 days out of the week. It's not gonna work. You see what I'm saying? Don't come out here and be like, I'm calm. I speak in a very even tone and very measured, and I believe that you can communicate at a frequency that does not add stress to me. Baby, if that's not you in real life, you're not going to be able to maintain that. Thank you, Charmaine. And people they're not going to respond well to it. They're going to quit. They're going to tap out. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck. So whatever you choose, like with consistency, like in the content and in the style and with your color and the audience you're speaking to, but also with the voice, okay? Your voice and your tone needs to be consistent. That is a part of consistency, okay? Now, if you're on an app like YouTube, I will tell you this, YouTube likes a schedule. YouTube is not like TikTok and Meta platforms where you can just post all willy-nilly. One of the things I've learned over there is they like a schedule, okay? People like to know every day at 10 o'clock or every Tuesday that this is when you come and drop. I got invited into the YouTube Creators Program, which is a blessing. I was very surprised, but I'm very excited to be a part of the program. And they made it very clear that they would rather have my pin gift says it's not available. My bad. I didn't even check my gift when I when I got in here. I didn't even check the gift, girl. I just literally popped in here on the live. I didn't even pick one, girl. I just turned on the live. Okay, I was trying to get on. We're talking about, but in YouTube, hey Aaron, thank you so much. So in YouTube, they were very clear, and they told us, okay, very, very, very clear. They told us on YouTube, they were like, they would rather have highly produced content that comes out, once a week than for you to be pushing out 7-8 pieces of content a day. They told us that. Like, flat out told us that, okay? So YouTube is very different. Anybody that wants to, thank you, Jay Janice. Anybody that wants to get on YouTube and grow, thank you, Charmaine. Baby, do not, thank you, Glorious Locks. Don't you get your booty on YouTube thinking you're going to be able to like face the camera, get in the bed at a strange angle, yapping in your camera the way that you do on TikTok and Instagram, and that people are gonna like it. YouTube is not gonna like it. They're not gonna push it. Okay, now if you get in there in your bonnet and your bed is positioned properly and your background is styled, and you got your little bowl of snacks pushed properly, and you got your good lighting, and maybe your face is moisturized and glistening, maybe you can. You said no wonder the YouTube girls stepping up their editing. Yes, YouTube flat out told us YouTube wants highly produced, edited content. Okay. And they said they would rather have you push out one piece of really strong content a week than for you to be pushing out 7-8, right? Which is very different than like on Meta and TikTok. On TikTok, you'll notice a lot of your bigger creators, they're dropping 3 to 6 pieces of content a day. Instagram, you will notice those accounts that are growing. Thank you very much. Is it Majona? Thank you. You'll notice those creators that are over there, that are large, they're pushing out sometimes 10, 12 pieces of content a day. And that's how their account is growing so fast because of the reach, right? But I'm telling you this, you get to YouTube, it's not the same. YouTube needs to know my blog or my video post or my long form content comes out every Wednesday at 6:00. They need to know that. Thank you, El Marie. Thank you. Right? They need to know that. Like that's how that works. So when I talk about being consistent, you have to be consistent for the platform that you're on, right? LinkedIn too. LinkedIn doesn't like a whole bunch of posts. Okay, LinkedIn is an app like literally you can do like one time a day, and it's more important to be working your groups on LinkedIn than it is for you to be putting content, on the top of your page on the front side. Let's see. I really want to talk about call to actions, but I feel like that's going to take me like 15 to 20 minutes to get through that, and thumbnails. So let's get into Q&A. Let's do Q&A. Let's do some Q&A about what we're talking about as far as making money in 2025. For those of you that just got here, basically I was saying that half of y'all in here need to create brand new pages, and they need to be niche down, and that we need to get consistent with the quality of the content that we're putting out. And you need to be consistent in your voice. And I was reviewing some of the strategic content that actually gets you customers and clients and people to purchase from you. So when you're creating content on a social media platform, you're creating content, one, for your reach and to be able to build your audience, and then you're looking for monetization. And I will say this, you need to be patient when you have an account and the account already has negative markers. So I'll give you an example of a negative marker. Let's say you have your account and you get on social media and you engage with other people's content, but you yourself haven't posted in weeks, or you yourself haven't posted in months. When you start posting again, we have to work really, really hard to get you unshadow banned. And you can do it because I've gotten myself unshadow banned before, but most people aren't willing to put in the work, and it takes months. It doesn't happen in like a week. It takes months. You can kind of shortcut it through collaborations with other people to be able to help you get your views and your reach back. But yeah, and a lot of people don't. Thank you for the rose, Big TZ. A lot of people don't really want to hear that, but it's the truth. And so I feel like if you have under like 5,000 followers, I really want to say under 10,000 followers, just make a new account. Just make a new account. And I have clients that we've told this to before, and they don't want to believe us. And then we have other clients, they'll believe us, they make a new account, and they're like good to go. Like literally 3 weeks in, they're like, oh my God, we're making sales. We have this, we have that. Our numbers are going up. Our reach is up. So how often do you have to post to not be shadow banned? You got to get on like your 3 to 5 times a day. 3 to 5 times a day. And, I was talking about the catching the wave on trending content and awareness content. At least one of those pieces of content has to be awareness, has to be trending, or it can be content that I would say is like, I would call it trigger content. And the reason I call it trigger content is because there are some things I know for a fact. If I talk about specific topics, I know for a fact that they're like that there's the viewpoints or the vantage points of each side, you know what I mean, are very strong. I know sometimes it can be very polarizing, right? Some of the people or the figures that I may bring up or talk about. And so literally, like, I know that that's going to help me though. I know that it will. Let's see. How long do you have to stay on for? No such thing. No such thing. There's some people to get on, do 10, 15-minute lives. Some people do an hour or two. I'm typically longer because I do educational content. Is this on all social media platforms? Nope. Every social media platform is different. Every single one of them is different. Because to this day, even though everybody wants to be really huge on Instagram, I don't know why. Hey, Raw Vegan Goddess, happy holidays to you too, my love. Facebook still pays the most. Well, YouTube is number one in pay. Facebook pays the highest. It's easier to get your paper up on Facebook than even on TikTok. Like TikTok pays, but TikTok pays really, really low, in my opinion. I feel like TikTok, you make more money from being in the marketplace, doing the affiliate stuff, or having your own products and services. So those of us that use TikTok to sell our own stuff, we are doing really, really well. And then if you're using TikTok, like you have a LTK or Amazon, or you're like a DHgate affiliate, stuff like that, those girls and guys are over there racking up like crazy too, like doing like $250,000. And I have a couple clients that like sell directly from the TikTok shop in the marketplace. But again, that's affiliate. You see what I'm saying? And they're making over six figures. And I'm not talking about barely six figures. I'm talking about 300,000 plus. I think I have like 7 or 8 of them that have crossed over 300,000 already, and it's not quite the end of the year. And they don't have big followings, right? But they're just but y'all know how I was saying niche down. We pick niches of review stuff that they review. I do, Raw Vegan Goddess. I do. But you know, I told y'all a long time ago, everybody asked me, I was like, I don't feel like TikTok is gonna get banned. I said that months ago, and y'all see I've still been over here business as usual. And I was like, I don't know if it's just me being delusional and very hopeful, but I was like, I have pretty good instincts, and I was like, I don't feel like it's gonna get banned. I don't know, I didn't feel it. I was like, yeah. Happy holidays to you too, Shauna. And they're not moving either like they're gonna get banned. So I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think they're gonna get banned. So you know, it is what it is. But when you look at TikTok, you know, being in the creator program, you can definitely make some money in the creator program. But I will tell you this, on Facebook, being that you can make tens of thousands of dollars a month and you don't have to put your face in the camera, you don't have to edit a video. If you get really creative, right, chilling. If you get really creative with what you're posting about, and specifically if you choose a niche that, sorry y'all, I think I got an eyelash on my contact. If you choose, do you think faceless YouTube channels can be successful? I do, but I feel like it's easier to be more successful with a faceless account on TikTok and on Facebook. And I'm probably, you probably could do all right with a faceless account on the gram too. But I'm telling you this, like, because my event design and production company was all my posts and stuff over there pretty much faceless. People would be surprised when they got to the office to find out I was a Black woman. People just assumed I was white. That's how I ended up putting my face on my website, like on the about page, because I got tired of people being surprised that I was a Black woman when they got to the office. But because I just focus on the events. So yes, you can have a very successful business and account being faceless. But like I was saying, like, the cool thing about Facebook, they pay really, really well, and you don't even have to do videos. And people sleep on Facebook. You can get paid on Facebook. So when you're thinking about your niche, you know what I'm saying, that you want to be in, like, let's say, you know, people are really big into kitchen stuff, right? Everybody cooks. Everybody eats. Everybody may not cook, but everybody eats, okay? And everybody knows somebody that cooks. So literally, if you have a page and you're just showing like dream kitchens, you're showing pots, pans, appliances, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like, yeah, you can make a good amount of money based on the engagement and the reach and the shares. Hey, Marianne, thank you for the heart me, baby. Right? You say you don't sleep on me. I appreciate it. How do you get paid on Facebook? Posting. Same way you get paid on every other platform. You post, you go through you apply for monetization. They say, hey, you're in, you keep posting. If you're real gangster, you have your little group of friends and y'all share each other's content to their pages. Watch out. Thank you, Shauna. You share each other's content to their pages too, so it helps your reach grow faster. But I mean, you can do a page on everything. Make Shauna, I know you do makeup. You're a makeup artist. You can do makeup looks. Am I joining Lemonade? I have a Lemonade account, but I really haven't done anything with it. I have like, I think if you're into, images, why not? You better have a public page. What can I ask y'all something? Let all of y'all that have private pages, how do you think you're gonna make money? This is something that has perplexed me for years that I don't understand. Those of us that make money with social media, we keep telling y'all stop having private pages. And if you want to have a private page because you're like, oh, this is for my friends or for my family, then get you another page that's going to be public that you're going to make money with. Like, stop with the private pages. It does not make sense to me. Like, and then if a customer or a client is trying to find you, why are you making them work this hard to become a customer? That doesn't make sense. How do you feel about Threads? I love Threads. I get a $5,000 bonus from Threads. This is my fifth one or sixth one that I'll be getting. Love Threads. Low effort, easiest app I've ever been on to grow followers, to monetize. Like, it's crazy. And Threads, you make money for your responses, you make money for your original posts, you make money for your replies, you just make money for just being on there talking to people. Okay, Threads is fabulous. Okay, I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I love getting my big 5K, okay, every single month for sitting around typing up my thoughts. What's Threads? Threads is Instagram's version of Twitter. Sure do. I'll be on there. Baby, you can be real unserious, okay? You can be real unserious on Threads. I'm on Threads and I don't know how to use it. Girl, just start typing. Type your thoughts, type your information, type what you want to share. Okay, repost, commentary, thoughts of the day, scriptures, motivation, color, stuff on TV, commentary about stuff that's happening, all over the world, pop culture wise. You just put up your thoughts. People like it. Because my Threads is very random. Let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna go to my Threads. Very, very random. The first night I got on Threads, I literally was I literally was beefing with somebody. Uh-huh. Okay. So I have 149,000 followers on Threads. Shout out to everybody that follows me on Threads. Let's see if we can run it on up to about the 300K mark. So my last post was about 2 hours ago. It's about Donald Trump asking the Supreme Court to pause the law on the TikTok ban. My next post is I gave like a carousel post, different things you can do for your tax strategy. Then I put up a video showing my Christmas decor. Then I put up another video about Uncle Nearest, how they surpassed the valuation of $1 billion, making it the fastest growing whiskey brand in U.S. history. How that was really dope. Let's see. Then I put a post about the IRS sending up to $1,400 to around 1 million tax filers who didn't get their COVID-19 stimulus checks. Let's see. Then I posted about Joe Biden signing the stopgap funding bill. Then I made a post basically like I'm on my BS today, and I trolled people. Then I made a post about Denzel Washington getting baptized and becoming a minister. Then I made a post about my hoodies. It was like, hey, buy a hoodie. So yeah, I just be posting all kinds of different stuff. I just be posting different stuff. That's what I be doing. I would just be on Threads posting. I just be on there. Just be on there. I just be on there posting. Do I suggest going live daily? Depends on what type of audience you want to build. Do you have to have IG or can you have standalone threads? I think if you're getting the bonus, you got to have IG because the bonus shows up inside of your Instagram account. And I got my bonus when I got very intentional about trying to post a reel at least 5 days out of the week, five out of 7 days a week. I did that for 30 days, and then I got my invite into Threads bonus program. Oh, thank you so much, Freddie. I appreciate you for noticing. Thank you. Blink, blink, blink. But yeah, I love me some Threads. I think Threads is great. And Threads is really dope because people that you normally wouldn't get the opportunity to speak to, they will actually talk to you on Threads. And you can build connections really fast. You said everybody want to argue about Beyonce, right? They didn't restrict me for beefing? Nope. The girl started with me anyway. I told you I'm not the type of content creator that's like, oh, I'm prim, I'm polished, I'm proper, I fly above. No, you didn't care about what you said to me, so I don't care what I say to you. Now, I ain't gonna wish no curse on you, be like, oh, I hope your mama died, nothing like that. I don't go that far. But especially somebody come in and they call me fat. Oh, okay, so now we're on ad hominem attacks. What you don't know is I grew up in a big family and I'm very observant and I observe real quick. Okay, baby, I told baby, so girl, she called me an auntie or something. I was like, there's nobody who looks like they can be my mama's age is gonna call me an auntie. And then she started crying, and then she was like, well, that's how I told her to moisturize. You know what I'm saying? Told her she's missing her neck, that she had praying hands, all kinds of stuff. The girl was ready to fight me. Okay. But it was fun. It was hilarious. Then she had to call 2 or 3 of her other friends in to cyber jump me or whatever. I was like, this is hilarious. You have to have, let's see, IG, and you can't delete Threads after you activate it. It will delete your IG if you delete Threads once you're active. True. My family and some friends aren't supportive, so I blocked them on my IG. Why did you block them? Because they're not supportive? What does not supportive mean? Like what? Okay, nobody asked me this, but let me tell y'all this. Okay, with the blocking. Now let me be clear. You're entitled to block whoever you want to block. You do whatever you want to do in your life. Okay, understand this. Whatever you want to do. However, sometimes y'all be doing too much with the spirit of block. Okay. Because sometimes people may say one thing or do a few things that you don't agree with, but that doesn't mean that they still don't add value, you know what I'm saying, in your life, and that they can't help expand your mind or help you be able to see things from multiple perspectives. Okay. Now, if someone is a habitual, line crosser, yeah, block that. But baby, y'all get like, so there's a popular content creator. I think she blocked me because I was in another popular creator's comment section, and I did not say anything bad about this other creator. Just the one creator was sharing her story, sharing her experience about what happened to her, and I was like, I think it's really brave of you to get out here and be this vulnerable. A lot of people don't understand because they haven't been in the public for a long time. And my platform is decent size, right? I got like over 1 million followers on the gram. We got a few 100,000 of us on other platforms. I think like about 250,000 of y'all on Facebook. We're a little 100. We about 130K of us over here on TikTok or whatever. So, I started building my YouTube. So we're at 10,000 over there. So I'm very thankful and grateful for that. So I know what it's like to have a decent size platform. And so there are different things that you go through in life. Sometimes you may not want to share, you know what I'm saying, because you don't want the feedback. And we all know that if you don't want people discussing it publicly, then you shouldn't put it out there, right? So I thought I didn't say anything bad about the other creator that she was talking about. I literally just said, like, I think it's very brave of you and vulnerable for you to get out here. I was like, I'm proud of you for sharing this or whatever, because a lot of times there are things that people do to offend you, and you're trying to keep it cute. Y'all know, it took me over a year to tell y'all. No, yeah, it took me over a year, close to 2 years, to tell y'all about Taylor Made Jane, because she's a big creator on YouTube and Instagram. How she stole $13,000 from me. And I didn't even want to say her name because I didn't want to deal with the backlash or people saying that I'm messy. But I'm like, no, I'm not messy. That was my money. And I worked hard for it. And I don't care how much money people, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how much money I make. Like, that's not cool. Then on top of that, I gave her the opportunity to create the units for me and make them. And she didn't. And she kept missing her own deadlines. Then I had sent one of them back for her to fix and rework. And I'm pretty sure she sold it to somebody else. She never gave me my money back, and she never sent me my units. That hoe stole $13,000 from me. I'm still mad about it to this day. I ain't gonna lie. I don't hold on to grudges and stuff, but whenever I think about that, it still makes me mad. And it took me forever. And whenever I put up the post, people are like, oh my God, they're like, I'm shocked, because she talks about God all the time. She is not a woman of God. She's a effing liar. That's what she is. She's a liar and a thief and a scammer. And you said don't see her anymore, baby, because she probably to change the name and over here lying to somebody else or whatever, right? Yes, she sure did. She stole $13,000 from me. But it took forever for me to say that, right? Because I was like, well, I don't want people to feel like, I'm coming against another Black creator. I didn't want people to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if you work with her and stuff doesn't go right, she's gonna flame you. And there's a lot of people stuff, things haven't gone right. I just keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying? But it's a whole lot. Baby, them people that be talking about God all the time be the biggest savages on the planet Earth. Okay. They be the biggest savages on the planet Earth. Not supportive, as in very negative and discouraging. It's a long story. I just want to know if blocking people affects your page. Yes, not having a profile picture affects your page too. This is the thing. Whenever you block people, you're telling the algorithm not to send people to you. So if you need to block them because you feel like they're negative and they're not supportive, then yes, go ahead and do what you got to do for your mental peace. Go ahead and do what you got to do for your sanity. But I will tell you this, and this is not just for you, this is for everybody in here. Baby, remember, your validation needs to come internally. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you're about. You have to know what you offer to the world. And whatever vision you have, God gave you that vision. He didn't give it to your friends. He didn't give it to your family. And if they can't see it, they can't see it. And a lot of times when people talk about family not supporting them, you have to understand, people view life through their lens of their own capabilities and through their own beliefs. So you can't let just because somebody put it down doesn't mean you have to pick it up. So if they have limited expectations about what they see for themselves, like when I first got on here, it was a lot of people. That's how I started showing my back office, my back end, how much money we were making and stuff, because people did not believe me, because it was so hard for them to believe that a Black woman my age, okay, with my accent, and that I wasn't, on TV. I wasn't on a movie screen. I wasn't on a television screen. I wasn't hobnobbing with a bunch of celebrities. It was they could not, fathom in their brain that a young Black woman was doing as well as I was doing financially and in business. And so, but that was based on their limitations because they had never seen it before. But it wasn't hard for me to fathom. And I run around with a bunch of other baddies. You know what I'm saying? We all have our own businesses. We have worked very, very hard. We all built them up from scratch. So long story long, there are other people in my family. Like literally, I had a cousin that I looked up to her, and she laughed at me in my face when I told her that what I wanted to do for business. She told me nobody was going to pay for it. She told me that it was not going to work. All 4 years later, when my stuff worked out, for her to turn around and then ask me for a job. Blink, blink, blink. So I'm saying all that to say, and it's not just you. People tell me all the time. They're like, oh, I'm discouraged. I'm discouraged. Baby, you better learn how to say F them people and keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Like F you right now in this time. But you can't. If you gotta find something in you to keep going, just because someone's not going ooh 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 cheering for you, not because somebody's just saying go girl go boy go, and then you're like, oh, I'm discouraged. What you gonna do when you get a no from a job you really want or a brand you really want to work with? What you gonna do whenever it's somebody you want to collaborate with and they reject you? You're gonna be like, oh, I'm discouraged, I'm quitting, I'm blocking them? No, that's crazy. That's crazy because people will spin the block, people will circle back, but you got to get up every day. Like you got to pull from somewhere inside of yourself. You got to be able to tap into God so that you can keep going. Watch. Thank you, Jay Janice, because it's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of discouraging moments on your journey through being an entrepreneur, through your side hustle, through content creating, through building up, whatever it is that you want in life, baby. I'm telling you, there's going to be some people that are going to backstab you. There are going to be some people. Let's see. Yeah, baby, it was $13,000. Shoot, I might post it again for the new year, but like, bitch, I ain't forgot. I'm dead ass. Because at the very least, she could have, at least I gave her opportunity, at least give me the products that you promised me. You know what I'm saying? Send me my units. That's the very least that you can do. Her and then Just Living, Amber Wagner. I used to do business with her. I sent so many people to her, pay her so much money to run ads. She never ran the ads, kept making up excuses. Finally, after like 8 or 9 months, I was like, girl, just send me my money back. Just send the money back. And then she was like, I ain't got it. I spent it. And then I send the money back. I'm gonna talk about that ass too. I'm so tired of these folks. Well, I'm so tired. Was that my first time doing business with her? Yes. Yep. I'm tired of these folks. But you see what I'm saying? But people like me, because I have a large platform, feel like if I say something that people like, oh, you're a hater. Like y'all remember that girl on I can't think of her name right now on TikTok. And when I told everybody that she was teaching people how to commit bank fraud, and her people came over here and tried to get my account taken down. I had an account warning for like 4 or 5 months. Turns out, though, I was telling the truth. People's like, oh, you a hater. You trying to tear down another Black woman. I'm not trying to tear down another Black woman. I'm trying to keep other Black women and Black men from going to prison for bank fraud. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this ain't cool. Like, this ain't cool. like you know what I'm saying? But like, because you have a specific platform that people like, oh, well, if you say that, you know, it's gonna hurt them and blah 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 blah. Is it really gonna hurt them? Like, because they don't care that they hurt me. But yeah, Taylor Made Jane was 13,000. I have to look up how many thousands Amber was, but she showed did, and I was very disappointed, extremely disappointed. So yeah, I've had my run-ins, but I mean, I'm still gonna, I still am gonna support other women-owned businesses and other Black-owned businesses. But there's definitely quite a few that I've tried to support and do business with that I absolutely will not anymore. Like 100% no. Okay. But and then this is the other thing too, like people need to know, because what if you're a person and you're paying money for this, for this product from this person, and she, what if you're a person and you're paying money for a product from this person and you don't have a way to make that money back up? You know what I'm saying? I had a way to be able to make that money back up. I thank the Lord I'm in a financial position where it didn't take me under or put me out, but for most regular folks, it absolutely would. 100%. Remember that vendor on your wedding day? She sure did, Coach Tiff. She was something else. She sure did. And then she tried to play that like, oh, she's trying to hurt a Black woman's business. Girl, I'm a Black woman and in business. And then come to find out, I had so many people DMing me after that woman did that crap, telling me that she had did that to them too. And that basically she had threatened them after, and they did try and threaten me. And I kept everything. Y'all remember I started posting. I didn't post everything, but y'all saw some of the stuff I posted. What it was is she didn't know that I had a large platform. She had no idea that I had over 1 million followers. Because remember, she had to turn off her comments and everything. And then she was like, oh, you're trying to destroy my platform. You sicked your people on me. I didn't sick nobody on you, baby. I just told the truth. But Miss Julie came through for your girl, drove all the way from Houston overnight. You know what I'm saying? That's like a 7-hour drive, loaded up her trucks, brought her crew in there to come and deliver stuff to us. Miss Julie was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And I think to myself, I'm like, all the other girls that she screwed over, I happen to be an event designer and had had a warehouse full of stuff to be able to pull from as well. Most other people wouldn't have been able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So like there are some people out here, absolutely, that are scammers and schemers. When I say there were so many people DMing me talking about how that woman had did the same thing to them, and they're like, oh, she has all this stuff on her website, she really doesn't have it, she waits until a day or two before your event to say, oh my God, it accidentally was double booked or it's damaged or blah 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 blah, but we can bring you this instead. They were like, that's her hustle, but I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And people were like, I'm so happy that you said something. They were like, most people, she's able to intimidate them. You know, she didn't know. Because this is the thing, when I buy stuff, I don't come in and say like, oh, I'm Ashley Ann, and you know, I have millions of followers in my platform. And I don't try and do that. When I come and buy stuff, most people don't even know who I am. I'm just buying it. That's how come when I give y'all reviews, I'm like, no, this is an honest review of how it really works. I don't do that. I want to see like, okay, how does this business really operate? How do they really treat people? What is this process really like? You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people use their name to try and get free stuff. I don't do that. Like, no, I'm just going to come in and I'm going to purchase, right? And so because people will be one way with you when they know that you have a platform, and I've witnessed it firsthand, and then there'll be another way with somebody that they feel is a nobody. And I'm not saying that like everybody is somebody, but there are people on the planet Earth, they feel like if you have a certain amount of money, or if you have a certain amount of clout, or, you know, if they're seeing you in the media, they feel that, you know, you're better than the regular human population. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the kingdom went on her. I was thankful for the kingdom, baby. Y'all came through for me that day, baby, because that woman was something else. And on top of that, she had been paid in full. I could understand if she was pulling that crap and she hadn't been paid, baby. She had been paid in full. That's what I was like. That's the other thing. Taylor May Jane paid, and then Taylor May Jane was the worst because she gonna try and be like, you know, try and act like well, you know, I don't want to give you this piece of a refund until you send the other unit back. Girl, you the MF that's been scamming me the whole time. You the person that's not keeping up with your word, not me. Whole mess. I'm still mad about it. Okay, and I've prayed about it, and I'm still mad about it. Shoot, I might turn around and sue her ass just for GP. I know. Every time I see one of her posts on my page, and she be like, "God this and God that," I be like, "Did God tell you to scam me?" Did God tell you to scam me? Whole mess. What y'all? Thank you, Shauna. Hey, L'Oreal. Because he did. Anyway, y'all got any other questions pertaining to the lesson today, child? We the squirrel, baby. We all off the cliff. Right, okay, because that's something else. But I am out of the era where I don't want to say people's names. No, I'm gonna say your name now. I don't care. I don't care because other people, because this is one of the things I've learned. People that operate like that, they are counting on the fact of you having civility and decorum and you operating in the code of conduct, even though they did not. And that's how they continue to scam. That's how they continue to scheme. That's how they continue to hurt other people. And so I was like, no, I was like, this is what it is. You got something to say about it? What you gonna say about it? Because you're not gonna call me a liar. And there was a lot of people too. They popped up. They were like, yeah, they were like, none of us have ever known you to lie. So like, cause I don't. Taylor May Jane. Yeah, like I don't, and I cannot think of the girl's name on TikTok. And it's another one too. I can't think of her name, but I think Chanel is lighting her up. That other girl. Hey Bougie and Fine with it. Yep, they get away with it because it's condoned. What's the other girl? She's out here. Oh, and let me tell y'all something else too. Y'all don't be out here getting arrested for doing these half-off flights, half-off hotels. These people are out here stealing people's stealing people's credit cards, okay? And then y'all showing up to the airports and getting arrested now. Y'all showing up to hotels, getting arrested, going directly to jail for fraud. Let me tell you this, the regular hood Hattie and hood Harry, baby, they don't have the plug. They're not travel agents. They can't get you a half-off flight or a half-off hotel. This is out of control. Stop this foolishness. And baby, I said, this is out of control. Stressing me out. Stressing me out. The same way people's out here talking about the Chase Money glitch. And I was like, baby, that is fraud. That is 100% fraud. And people are like, no. And then all of a sudden you see people on the internet crying, you know what I mean? Because now they're screwed. Apple Pay was yanking all their money back. Chase was going in, clearing out their accounts. Like, people are out of control. It's not even looking for a shortcut. Like, I'm about to say something and it may get me flamed up, but I'm just telling the truth. I really do pray that a large amount of our community is delivered from the get over spirit. And what I mean by the get over spirit, there are a lot of people, they are lacking morals and they do not care about hurting, harming, or putting other people in dangerous positions or dangerous situations. They don't care about putting someone at a disadvantage either. They just do not. Right. And so I call that like the get over spirit, right? If I can hustle you, if I can scheme you, if I can pull the wool over your eyes, if I can pull a fast one on you. And we need a lot of people to be delivered from that, because I see a lot of people cheering and rooting for criminals. Y'all remember that lady on Basketball Wives? I don't want to say the wrong name and put that on somebody. So I posted about this. This is a while ago. She was committing PPP fraud, EIDL fraud, housing fraud. She was getting checks out of several different states. And I posted about it, right? There were people underneath my page. Oh, you're kicking her when she's down. Look at a black woman hating on another black woman. I'm not hating on anybody. This is national news, and this woman has been scamming for years. And then she had a clothing shop, and a lot of like regular average people online were purchasing clothes and items from her shop, and she never sent them anything. She had no intention on sending y'all anything. She collected thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and then she shut that store down. And this is the thing, people that fraud like that, they normally know what numbers they need to stay underneath so that they're not catching federal charges. But people are like, I'm like, why are y'all not saying she's hating on black women? Because she literally is out here taking people's hard-earned money. So it's really weird that if there's someone that people, if they like them, you know what I'm saying, or they think that they're an awesome person, that they will advocate for the fraud. They will advocate for the schemes. There's another popular creator. Y'all know I used to, what's his name? He's moved on. He's scamming in the church now. Y'all know Tulsa Real Estate Fund. What is his name? Jay something. Oh, why can't I think of that man's name? Morrison. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Freddie. Jay Morrison. Yep. Y'all know I was one of the first people to come out against that man and talk about that whack perspectives. I was like, this ownership, this share, like I was like, all of this is trash. It's all bad. Okay. And anyway, he got into it with Tony the Closer. And so him and what's the guy name that does the taxes? Why can't I think of anybody's name? He's big on YouTube and he's an accountant. And he talks about financial fraud and a lot of these people that are getting online with all these courses and classes, but they're a bunch of frauds. I can't think of his name either. He's bald, brown skin, wears glasses. I can't think of his name. Anyway, you said Julian Ahim though? Yes. Yep, Julian Sealed sure did. Jake came out against him too. It was a handful of us that were like, absolutely not. And people were like, oh, y'all are haters. Y'all don't want to see anybody black doing well, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, no, pocket watching with JT. Yes, 6'9" fella. That's him, baby. He is very thorough. He is very, very thorough. So there was a handful of us that were like, no, we were like, this is not right. We're were like, this guy is a scammer. We were like, he is scamming, he is scheming, he is taking y'all's money, and we were breaking it down. And then y'all remembered he wouldn't at me because he knew that he couldn't refute anything I was saying, but he would go live whenever I would go live. Because y'all remember I would add him in my titles. I would go live. I'd be like, Ed J. Morrison is a scammer. This is why. And I was breaking down everything they were doing, how they were moving the money, all of that stuff. And people are like, you're a hater. I'm not a hater. I want people to be safe. People are working hard for their money. And I feel like the most hurtful thing about what he was doing, for one, to get Black people interested in finances, to get Black people interested in investing, to get Black people to take their money. Okay. Did you invest with him? Hell no. No, I did not, because I looked at the prospectus and I knew for a fact it was bad. But like, y'all have to remember, my bachelor's is in finance. And I graduated cum laude, and I worked in the financial industry for a while on top of having like my MBA on top of that. So no, when I was going, like, that's like literally my area. This is what I do in real life. So when I went and I read through the prospectus, when I read through the setup, I was like, no, I was like, absolutely not. This is a terrible investment. And I was like, your return is going to be like $20 after 8 years. I was like, absolutely not. So when you have people that are right, the fact that it was named a Tulsa Real Estate Fund, and we all know what Black Wall Street in Tulsa represents for a lot of Black people, right? That was very aspirational, and there was extreme emotional manipulation as well. There were so many things that were wrong with it. So many things that were wrong with it all the way around, right? And then after it came out, right, like what he was doing, and other people finally, was like, hey, this is not right, and this is what's wrong with it. There were a few people that came back and apologized to me. Some people just popped back up like they hadn't been saying all that crazy stuff about me, and I was like, no, dog, like, no, you had a whole lot to say about me. You were out here going against me for no reason, because I was out here telling the truth, trying to make sure that people were able to stay safe. So it is what it is. You said an easily scam. Yep. There's another one too. He was online. He'd have been on all kinds of people's podcasts and stuff, telling people to commit bank fraud. And y'all know I would come right on back out, and I'd be like, no, this bank fraud. Don't do that. I was like, you're going to Club Fed if you do that. So it's interesting that when there are those of us that are out here and we're telling the truth and we're saying, hey, this is the proper way to do it. That's what I tell y'all all the time. I'm like, if I got out here and decided I wanted to lie to people and I wanted to scam and scheme and make up stuff and, teach y'all how to hustle and call it a play or whatever, I would have 5 times the money that I have right now, but I refuse to do it. And it's not attractive to people. Like, a lot of people don't like the fact that I'm like, okay, you got to post this type of content. You need to post this many times a day. We need to restructure your brand. You're going to have to take a class on how to record and how to film, right? You're going to have to interact or collaborate with, somebody new every single week so we can grow your account faster. I need you to put together a funnel or to pay for it. A lot of people don't want to hear that, like, you're going to have to work, and sometimes it's going to be some long nights and some early mornings. That doesn't sound as sexy as me getting up here and telling you, hey, you can open up an LLC and get $75,000. This is all you have to say on the paperwork. You said they're already hurting people that are hurting and hopeful to make it out. Exactly. And taking advantage of people, people's ignorance. And then they want to make it seem like people like, nah, man, you ain't got to do all that. This is all you got to do. This to play. Like, and so that's what's happening with this half off. People like, oh, I'm getting a half off flight or a half off hotel room. Baby, when have you seen Hood Harry or Hood Harriet be able to get you, a luxurious hotel? When you seen them be able to get you a $3,000 flight, get it marked down to $1,000, like make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? And so people will jump up into this type of stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Freddie? Did you request up on purpose? Sorry to say, what are you doing? Like, this is out of control. And so what they're doing with this half off thing is basically you send them money, okay? And they go, because they've stolen someone else's credit card, and they will charge the flight, the room, whatever it is that you're trying to book on somebody else's card. They're gonna write, and you have given them your, let's say it's a $900 flight. You gave them the $450. They may say, oh, you owe me $526, plus the taxes and the fees or something like that. You give it to them. Your money is gone now, and now you show up to the airport or the hotel, and you may or may not get arrested. It's really crazy. One said they could give me a new Lambo for $50K because the dealer sent them two by accident. What? Oh my God. That's out of control. You say, it can't make sense to anybody. People are out here doing it. They're out here sending their money. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy work. But again, they're taking advantage of people that really aren't accustomed, right, to that lifestyle. Because if you're like, okay, there's a lady here in Arkansas. Joe Biden actually pardoned one of them. But there's no, he didn't. He pardoned a woman with the school district stuff. There's two ladies here. I think one of them goes to trial next year in April. She stole it's like over $6 million from PPP and EIDL loans, right? She bought a car. She bought diamonds and jewelry. They were taking luxurious trips. Bought like some Raptors and stuff, you know what I mean? Like a bunch of frivolous stuff. Like, she didn't even put the money up and get interest off of it. She just bought a bunch of frivolous stuff. And so literally, if you are trying to break into this soft girl era, luxurious lifestyle living, but you are not accustomed to being in those circles, you really don't know the protocol, right? So they're taking advantage of the fact too of people's ignorance. Or maybe you're trying to do something special, like a special occasion, like maybe it's someone's birthday or something, and you're like, ooh, I want to, stay in the Ritz-Carlton, or I want to stay in a Waldorf Astoria, and, we want to fly first class, and, I'm going to take my babe to Louis Vuitton or something. I don't know, but you know what I mean? Like, that's not something that's regular for you. And so they know for a fact that you don't know, because this is not your regular life. And so you don't know how that works. You don't know about this. They're like, oh yeah, this is what affluent people do all the time. How do you think all those influencers and creators are flying here and flying there? Man, they're not paying full price. It's true, we're not paying full price, but we use our points on our credit cards, right? I have enough points on my Amex. Like, I can buy like another. I had the last trip that I did, I had so many points in between my Amex and my Chase cards. I was able to buy like 12 flights. We bought 12 flights to Mexico that I did not have to pay for, because that's how many points I had. I had enough points to buy 12 flights. Okay, now there was like 19 of us that went, but I just want you to do the math on someone purchasing 12 round trip flights, okay, out of Arkansas to Mexico. Right. So like, I also had enough points on my Amex to buy an Alienware laptop. I bought a $4,000 laptop, didn't have to pay a dime for it because I had enough in points. So those of us that like have travel cards, yes, that's why we put everything on our credit card, so we can get the points. And we love it when we can get like double or triple points. So like, for instance, on one of my business cards, when I run my Facebook ads, that counts as marketing, and I'm able to get 5 times the points for every dollar that I'm spending running those ads. So a lot of times we'll max out our points, right? We're maxing it out, trying to get as much as we can get. So that way, yes, whenever we do stay in the Ritz-Carlton or the Waldorf Astoria, okay, now I'm a Diamond at Hilton, and I'm also getting my American Express credit. So now I got my room at a discount. I got a free gift like for being a Diamond member, and a free gift for being on Amex. Also, on top of my free gifts that I got from there, I also was able to get credits. Like normally they give you like a $50 credit and maybe a $200 credit in the spa. So yeah, hey Queen Niche, what's going on, boo? So yeah, you're gonna be able to get a lot of that stuff done. But what they're telling y'all in the half hour, they're like, oh yeah, this is how these people are traveling. Yeah, this is normal. Right? So now you've given someone $1,000 because you gave them $600 for the room and $400 for your flights, thinking you're getting some half off deal. They did book your name, and they booked your email, and you got the text with the itinerary, so all your stuff is set. And now when you go to the airport or you go to the hotel and the police come and you're like, no, I booked the room through such and such and such. Is it the Moth Goddess? But whenever they pull up, you're getting arrested because your name is on everything, not theirs, and they got your money. Hey, Only, is it Moth Goddess?
It's Mo the Goddess.
Mo the Goddess. Okay, I'm so sorry. Yes, I can hear you.
That's okay. I just wanted to ask you, first of all, thank you for the information. You've been giving this information. You've been helping folks for years, and I've been following you, maybe about 12 years.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
From Instagram. But here's what I wanted to ask. I am transitioning into another. I live in Bali, Indonesia now.
Fabulous.
So most of the things that I am wanting to do and that I'm passionate about doing, I am going online with it.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I wanted to ask you. How do you recommend someone collaborating with other creators to broaden their social media following? Because, you know, the people that I have reached out to, first of all, some of them are very flaky. I've asked people, you know, let's collaborate, let's do a live, you know, and it's very hard to do that. So how do you recommend we begin to collaborate with other creators?
So
especially if their following is bigger than ours, because that's ego for some folks too.
No, it's not ego, it's money. Some people's ego, because this is the thing. If you're doing a collaboration, it's supposed to be mutually beneficial. So if you're in a position where I'm not able to benefit in some way from my collaboration with you, well, no, it's not ego. They're like, okay, well, you're using me because you're the only person coming up in this situation and not me. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be able to offer something, whether it's offline or online, to where it makes sense for that person to collaborate. Because let's say, and I just followed you back, by the way, but let's say I have 10,000 followers and I want to collaborate with someone that has 2 million followers. So me being on the platform of the person that's 2 million followers, I'm going to get more followers, right? They're going to get a few from me, but not as many as I can get from them. I may get exposure because you got to remember who's in their audience or their network. So for instance, there are a lot of people that are decision makers for brands and companies that follow me, that come into the live streams, and I'm able on the back end to be able to connect people to other people as well, right? So now you're getting exposure to decision makers, other brands and companies as well. And if you have something that you're selling that's available in your tree or on your page, you may even make some sales, or you're definitely at the bare minimum going to generate leads, depending on what we're here talking about, right? Now, if you got 10,000 followers and I have 2 million, what is the benefit of me doing a collaboration with you? Because I still got to take time. I still got to come up with, you know, whatever our set or our skit or our script needs to be. I'm still going to have to do a treatment, right? I'm still going to have to do whatever I need to do for lighting or filming, you know what I mean? Depending on what the collaboration is. So what is it that you can offer me that would be beneficial to me and my audience as much as the benefit that I can give to you?
Okay, got it.
You said so. I'm gonna answer your other question, but I just want, and I'm putting it out there for other people. So when y'all approach someone that has a large platform, you have to already say, like, this is what I can offer to you. If you don't have anything that's going to be mutually beneficial, it's not a collaboration. At that point, you just need to pay whatever their fee is to be featured on the page or for the interview or whatnot. Right now, outside of that, if you're in different groups, so like, you know, I have Monetization Nation, right? There are other people you can collaborate with in there, and they're not going to be flaky because they're serious business owners, they're serious content creators. Also, this is where working your Facebook groups and your LinkedIn groups come into handy. Also, a lot of people don't like to hear this, but like going to different like conferences and stuff like that, where you know the other people are that have your target audience are going to be, because sometimes when people just like you, you know what I mean, y'all have a good vibe, then y'all are able to work together and they're like, yeah, like I'm cool with you. I like, you know what I mean? I like the the Only Mo, the goddess. Okay, so yeah, girl, come on, and I'm gonna bring you on to talk about XYZ. Or maybe you live in Bali. Can you help me scout out a place? We can host a retreat together. You see what I'm saying? So now,
Right.
like in that, because you've built some type of rapport with them, then sometimes they will reach out to you as well. Another thing, being a part of different creator communities. So like TikTok has a creator community, IG has a creator community, YouTube has a creator community, Facebook has a creator community, and a lot of us, a lot of Black people, we don't know that, but there are actual creator communities that you can apply for, or if you're putting up the content, they may invite you into the creator content community. Also, Instagram has a new feature that's called a collaborations feature. I don't know if you signed up for it or not, but there are other people that are saying, I'm willing to collaborate with other creators, and you guys can reach out and message one another and work on collaborations as well. So long story long, it's about building up rapport, building up, some type of relationship and being able to network. And then if you're reaching out to somebody, you need to have something to offer them as well, so that it's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Okay, great. Because I was also going to ask you, what is the likelihood to find somebody in your same genre with the same number of followers, or equal followers? It's kind of rare sometimes. Either they're going to have more, or you're going to have more.
But why would you want somebody in your same genre? If you're doing a collaboration to grow, you guys need to complement one another, not be in the same genre.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so like, for instance, I do business development, right? We all know this. I help people make money with social media as well. Everybody knows this. So a lot of times if I'm collaborating with somebody, like, I don't teach how to grow a podcast. So I may collaborate with like Donnie or Shans on something around that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a bookkeeper or an accountant, but I know the importance of bookkeeping and tax compliance for small business owners in my audience. So it wouldn't be anything for me to bring someone on. Y'all see, I work a lot with Ladder Financial, right? To the point they even show up to my in-person events as well. So literally that makes sense, because they are a plug for funding, and I'm able to help several small business owners in my audience get the funding that they need for their business by collaborating with a funder. And then, right, I benefit from him because he's also able to put me in front of his audience, and they need help with the marketing. They need help with sales. They need help with funnels. They need help with the business structure. So it's a win-win. You see what I'm saying? All the way around. Right. It's mutually beneficial. Also, what they do, because I have a larger platform, they sponsor my in-person events. So not only are they showing up and giving the information and helping my people get funded, if I say I have this event and we have a $10,000 sponsor placement or a $20,000 sponsor placement, guess what they're going to do? They're going to kick out that cash. And they're also going to get some gifts, because they understand I'm able to put them in front of small business owners that they can't get in front of on their own.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I love it. You're so smart.
Well, thank you.
It's a lot of times we are in our own stuff, so it's hard to see, and it takes us reaching out to other people who are experienced and who can help us see things in a different way. So I appreciate that.
Now, it's a really good question, because it's a lot of people, honestly, that have the same, kind of like going through the same challenge or the same struggle. But the first place I would tell you to start is definitely get into some groups. Like, you need to get, like, free is cool, and free 99 is only going to get you so far, but you got to get into the paid 99 so you can be inside of some of those memberships or some of those clubs. Because think about it, people pay attention to what they pay for. So someone who's paying to be around other small business owners and other creators, they are going to be more serious. You see what I'm saying? That somebody that's just out here like, oh, I may not. I checked my DMs today. Oh, I haven't checked my DMs in the past 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very different people with very, very different personalities.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Ashley.
You're so welcome. And side note, you guys, because I forgot to mention it to you, y'all don't forget, if you enjoy this content, if this past few weeks has been helping you, I have a mentorship program that is 12 weeks. We start on January the 9th, so that's in 2 weeks. We'll work together for 12 weeks to build up your business, build up your systems, build your audience, and start the process of getting you your sales. And if you need help formatting what your packages or what your offer is, we will be doing that as well during those 12 weeks. Click the link in my bio, tap the second button. You'll see all of the details to be able to sign up. And if you can't afford to come into the mentorship, you definitely can afford the social media for beginners program, because I'm having a pay what you want sale. So if you tap the first button, you can go over there and get you a little shum for a few dollars, because you can pay what you want.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hey, Laurel.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing, girl. Just out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to make sure we making some money this year.
Oh, I know that's right. I'm claiming it. Do you hear me? I have a question. So I have this wholesaler that reached out to me during the holidays, and we've been collaborating. For right now, they've just been sending product, right? And this high-end stuff that I personally love, but I wouldn't go that crazy buying myself, so that's fine. What advice would you give someone in the event if this keeps going forward? Like, how would someone approach them with terms of, okay, I'm gonna need this, and this to keep going? You know, like at least an affiliate or a pay structure.
Yeah.
Or have I made the mistake of already just accepting free items?
Yeah. What was the initial exchange?
The initial exchange, they sent, I could pick whatever off their website that I want to design with, right? Mm-hmm. For fall and Christmas. And so now they're moving into, let's do Mardi Gras, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's, if you're available. But I do know that they do pay some influencers. Right. I don't know if they pay all of them, but a few that I know they do.
So what was the agreement?
My agreement is I just picked what I wanted and said, sure, because I was already decorating for the holidays.
So if they like your content, what I would do is, especially if they've reshared it or if they're using that content to build up clients or to showcase how the products can be used in tutorials and stuff like that, I would say hey, I'm really enjoying working with you guys. And I definitely, it seems exciting to be able to do some Mardi Gras and Valentine's Day and other, in spring work. And then I literally would say, I'm moving forward in 2025, I'm moving forward in 2025, I'm really looking, to develop stronger relationships and partnerships. Do you all have any paid collaborations coming up, paid collaborative opportunities coming up, or affiliate programs that are already in existence? I would be very interested in learning more about those. And then you also need to have your one sheet ready that has your rates on it and different things that you offer. And you need to point out, how it's been beneficial to that brand with working with you. Because if you're getting them, I don't know if they allowed you to track your numbers, but if you're getting them sales or it's getting views and it's getting reach, then yes, they're going to pay you. If they don't feel like you're getting them a return as far as sales, views, or reach, or they're able to, if they're not repurposing your content, as far as ads or to get traffic, then you're going to have a harder time being able to get a paid brand deal, but you probably can move into the affiliate side.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's what I say. It depends on what you got going on.
This is the first time I had, and I hadn't been able to track nothing, but they're using, like you said, the collab invites and stuff on Instagram, IG, and all of that. Mm-hmm. So they definitely using it. I would like to know though, what's the return on it? I'm pretty sure they're making something.
Normally on the return, if you have an affiliate program or there's a commission or something, you're able to see your clicks and all of that stuff. But since you've just been doing the creations and the content in exchange for the product, they probably aren't gonna, be transparent and share with you how many sales, they made off of it, because literally there's this thing called usage rights. So like technically you could be like, okay, I create UGC content. If I were you, that's what I would put on my rec card, because UGC, you don't have to have an audience. You're getting paid for the content that you're actually creating, right? So I would come up with them with a UGC card to be able to send to them. So that way you're compensated for like creating the product, the editing, the time that went into it, probably providing them with the raw files as well as a finished file as well, and usage rights so that they can put it on their website, their social media, or use it to run in ads for like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever it's going to be. Excuse me.
Okay, I appreciate that, because I was a little lost on how to go to that one. I needed help, and the people is out here scamming real bad during the holidays. I think because I didn't have time to really pay attention to the social media part, downtime. I'm just like eyes wide open, like, wait, you're signing up for that? You know what I mean? Some of it don't make sense, and it's really sad, and it's dangerous. It is dangerous.
It is. It's crazy out here.
Insane. Oh, Lord.
Absolutely 100% insane. Very, very dangerous.
Crazy.
Baby, you got to hide your wallets.
Hide, for real.
And your phone numbers too. They said now they're jacking people's phone numbers because our phones are connected to so much stuff. And so they are cracking phone numbers. You know how like they do the two-factor authentication and they send you the code?
Oh, yeah.
Basically, you need to get an authenticator app because somehow they're intercepting that and then are able to enter into people's like bank accounts and stuff like that now.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't quite understand how they're able to scramble it up, but I know it's coming. Somehow they intercept that two-factor authentication.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yep.
OMG, girl, it's just a lot. I saw they said that we should be using, I think, third party to text, if you got important information or something, to call through these third party apps like WhatsApp and stuff. And I'm like, what? Yep. Why? And they came from the government saying it, but that would make, it's just too much going on.
It is. I'm just like, Lord Jesus, like you got to go old school, be sending Morse code.
You hear me? Bring out the no kills. Baby, they doing too much.
Bring back a no kill with the light up battery in the back, okay?
Yeah.
Give me a good old analog. I don't need no touch screen. Give me a good old analog, okay? But we got to meet in the park, okay, and have a conversation.
Yeah, because it's too much. It's too much. But Dallas, it's been some stuff going viral in Dallas that has my eyes wide open today about people just scamming. Oh my gosh.
That baby,
and they all be saying they guru entrepreneurs. I'm like, what?
You're right.
Going viral, people, yeah, she's scamming. I was like, whoa.
It's crazy. And then you got people like little old me just sitting over here in my little corner of the internet being honest. Don't nobody want to listen to me though.
Crazy too. I mean, they just paying for stupid stuff, and I'm like, if you would go and get your stuff together, you wouldn't need things.
It's because it's a lot of people that don't want to work. Like, look at all the people that are getting all this time for using these CPNs, and we tried to tell them for over a year to not use CPNs. You don't know what you're talking about. You just don't want people to be able to get on their feet. We do want people to get on their feet. That's why we're telling you not to use this. This is not good.
Right.
It's not good. This is not going to turn out favorable for you. Like, stop it. We're trying to help you.
Yeah, I had no idea that people were doing that to get. And I'm like, why do you need help getting an apartment? And they were like, nah. And I had to think about it. And I was like, is it a luxury? Is it a loft or something? Like, what do you need help getting an apartment for?
Because
I guess they paying them people and they call them a turnkey. I'm new. I done caught up with it today, baby.
Mm-hmm.
They paying $4,000 and $5,000 for a turnkey application. So basically, I guess they getting them in fake people names and giving the people the cash. The people that might live in that apartment 1 month before their credit card comes back. And then they get these eviction letters that they owe this money and they got to get out. And I'm like, it's not in your name to begin with. Who gambles with moving in all their stuff for a month? That is crazy work.
Because it's a lot of people out here. I'm telling you, people are desperate. You got a combination of desperation coupled with the get over spirit, coupled with the I don't want the spirit of hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like the spirit of, it's a reason that hard work gets you to a certain point, right? Get you to a frequency where you're going to be able to succeed. And you have a lot of people that get out here and fall for these scams. And unfortunately, you know, I hate to say it, but, you know, a lot of times it's Black women that are buying into a bunch of this BS.
Yeah.
And it's right. And then whenever you try and tell them, baby, they want to cuss you out and roll their neck and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, sis, I'm really trying to help you. Like, I'm on your side. But unfortunately, it's going to take you going to jail or you getting all your coming home and all your stuff is put out on the curb for you to see what's going on.
Right. I would be so scared and nervous.
Girl.
And then you don't notice that the law is gonna come to your door one day.
Well, then this is the other thing like too. You got people to no, they don't know the law gonna come to their door. A lot of people do a lot of illegal stuff and they don't know it's illegal. Because these people get out here and present it and they give it cute little names. Like you were talking about, they're calling it turnkey. What was that girl calling it when she was teaching people to commit fraud? She wasn't calling it what it was. And people are like, no, it's not the same thing. We're doing such and such. And I'm like, it is the same thing. To the point that one of her thick neck followers got on the internet making a whole video, you know, about me, at me, talking about I don't trust anybody that calls their people boss back. And I'm like, girl, if you know your so-called mentor was over here following me for a long time and stole part of my personality so she could use it for evil to get out here and scam y'all.
Ain't that something?
But
it's crazy how they'll steal your stuff so quickly.
I was like, but okay. I was like,
another week they'll have a course.
Right. I was like, ma'am, she want to be like me, but she don't want to put in the work. She didn't want to get the degree. She didn't want to get the life experience. She didn't want to do any of that. Yes, Femi, yes, raw vegan goddess, yes. I was like, this is a mess. So I just be like, I be like, at some point, you just be like, okay, just go on down there and see. So now your life can be ruined because you're trying to fast track stuff because you don't want to do what's necessary. Sometimes I know you don't want to move back home, but you need to move back home. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the truth. And people don't want to hear that. And so that's part of the reason why people don't as many people gravitate towards me, because I'm like, yes, you can have all these things that God promised to you, but it has to be done in order, in a right way. And right now you need to go back to home, or you need to go stay with a cousin, or you know what I'm saying? You need to do this so you can get yourself on your feet. There's a woman, she buys like any product I have that's inexpensive, she's buying it. And I told her, I was like, stop buying stuff. And I could tell she was, you know, I wasn't trying to hurt her feelings. I was just like, you need to stop buying stuff because you need someone to help you directly. You need more direct help. Like you need to be in an environment where someone can look over your shoulder, look over your work, tell you to change the font, change the picture, switch these images, put this here, add this there, set up this ad, make this price. That's what you need. You buying things, trying to figure it out on your own. It doesn't matter how many you buy. You're not going to get the solution you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Don't buy nothing else. You need to be inside of a mentorship program. And even if you don't want to mentor with me, you go find you somebody to mentor with, because that's the type of assistance you need. I can tell by your learning style because you should have got it by now. And it's a lot of people, they don't fare well, right? That doesn't make them feel good when someone is saying like, hey, what you're doing is not working. But if I was out here stroking their ego saying, oh, everything you're doing is wonderful and it's going to work out, just give me another $997. Oh, it's going to work out, just give me another 2 bands. Oh, it's going to work out, just give me another $50. Right? By the time you figured out it's not working, you 16,000 bands in, and now you're committed to a sinking ship. And the ship has a hole in it, and the ship is sinking, and you don't want to get off of it because you've put too much time, work, wood, tools, material into this ship that is sinking.
Yeah. They do the same thing when it comes to a man, child. Leave it, I just, hey, I know it. I just pray for blessings. I'm glad hopefully I know you had a good Christmas. Everything looks beautiful.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna claim this 2025 is gonna be much greater. 2024 was good.
I don't know. It is gonna be better. I'm so sad.
2025 is gonna be better.
My bell just fell off of my house shoe.
Oh no.
Now I only got one bell. I need two. I love
it do be the man too, Femi, everything in their life. They might need to just do some reflection.
Girl, because they don't want to deal with regular dudes. That's something I've seen. I'll never forget that night sitting on here and girls telling me that they wouldn't date men because of the different types of car they drove. I was like, that's crazy. This got to be the most irrational, illogical train of thought I've ever heard before in my life. And the reasons were crazy that they was giving out.
Just crazy.
That's crazy. I'll be like, baby, we don't want to be helped at this point. We don't at this,
take that same food over and over and over.
And then at this point, we don't want to be helped. Like all the stuff with Mariah the Scientist. I didn't even make no commentary about it. I'm like, girl, you were with Young Thug. What did you expect?
Man, I'm telling you.
What did you expect? I remember having this associate, and she was like frustrated with the guy that she was dating, like with how he dressed. And she was like, he don't want to wear chinos. He don't want to do this. He don't want to do that. Ma'am, you are with a man that drives your car, goes and hunches other women on you, and comes back into your house to lay up with you and your mama and not even pay a mortgage. You had to borrow mortgage money from me. And I'm not hunching on you. And you out here expecting this man to be dignified and wear a pair of chinos, you are insane.
Wow. If that's the priority. Lord. That's crazy though.
And the only reason she got that rent money from me, because I didn't know at the time that you said, bro, I'm just saying, only time she got that rent money from me is because I had no idea that he had moved in with her. I found out after, and she did that intentionally. And baby, when I say so mad, baby, we don't talk to this day.
Yeah.
We don't talk to this day. So long story long, whenever people, baby, she said he need to be in chinos. This man is not finna wear no flat front chinos. This man was 40 years old, being a bum, talking about he put money on your Cash App card. What we really doing in life?
Right.
What we doing in life? Ladies, we too old. You in your 30s, that's unacceptable. Okay? That man should have his own place. All right. He should have his own place. I'm not saying he had to own a home, because sometimes it's better to rent. I mean, it just, you know what I'm saying, depends on where you are in your life. That, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it just makes more sense to rent. However, though, he should be a responsible adult and be able to pay to keep a roof over his head every single month. Okay. So you hunching on somebody that can't help you pay your mortgage is diabolical.
Crazy, ain't it? Ain't that crazy?
Real crazy. And we live in Arkansas. So you can't be out here talking about you don't like, no, you have to have a car here. Right. We don't, like, if you live in New York or something, I get those people not having cars because they have, like, their public transportation system is extensive. And then a lot of times when you live in a big city like that, pretty much everything you need is honestly within a few blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like the pharmacy, the grocery store, the bodegas, any restaurants, you know what I'm saying? Parks, like everything, the optometrist is all within like a few blocks. So I get it when you live in a major city, but we live in Arkansas. It's still rural here. Even like Little Rock is more dry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And anywhere in the South, with Texas, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, it's just a different Tennessee is just a different way of life down here. So you got to have a car. And I couldn't imagine somebody in their 30s not even coming up, scraping their pennies together, go and get the money out the sofa, at least have a cash car at a bare minimum.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to this lady at the airport that worked at the airport in Chicago. She saw I was on my way to Dallas. She said, you were born and raised? I said, yes. She said, my nephew moved there. I want to move there so bad. And I said, you'll like it. It's similar to me a little bit. I said, but you'll like it. She said, but I got to have a car, though. I said, yes, ma'am. I ain't gonna lie to you. Get your coins together for you a car.
Yeah, you
don't come down here without one.
Yeah, you need a car, baby. You need a car in the set. You need North Carolina. Yep, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. You need a car for sure, for sure. Florida, you need a car too. Even though Miami is a big city and stuff like that, you still need a car. you need a car. You need a car in Florida.
And all that stuff, but when you start going too far out to suburbs, there is no bus line.
Right. So I was just like, this whole thing of grown adult women that will let a man hunch on them, and this man cannot, you know what I mean, cannot benefit them, make their life easier in any way, is dumb. And I don't care what little man with a mini microphone gets on the internet and try to say, oh, you're a gold digger. No, you're smart and you have standards. Well, you are a woman. Why would you let someone physically enter inside of your body that cannot help you in any way, shape, form, or fashion in your life?
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. I was dating a guy. He lived downtown, had a nice loft, nice car, drove an Audi, and that Negro looked at me and said, do you got some money? You got a card? And was going to give me some money to pay his insurance. And I said, that was it for me. You don't have a bank account? We too old. You don't got a bank account, bro? And you got
he was finna drop a pigeon. That sound, I know a scammer scheming when I hear a scammer scheme.
You hear me?
He was finna scam you. He was finna scam. You got a car to pay insurance and you drive an Audi and live in a loft downtown? Nah, you a scammer. You a scammer.
You about to draw my money out.
He finna drop a pigeon on you. Yeah, that's a scam. That's a scheme by Todd. That was a scheme by Todd. Yes, ma'am. That was a scheme. No.
I got out of there.
I'm glad. Scram. Okay, run. It's an emergency.
You ain't got no account. I don't either.
Okay. And be like, I ain't got now. I would be like, yeah, I got one, but you can't use it.
Right. That's crazy. I was like, oh,
no.
That's crazy.
He said he doing romance scams. I know a woman, I'm not going to say her name because she still is an influencer. I don't deal with her to this day though, because I seen who she really was when I got, inside her system behind everything. She got romance scammed for a lot. A dude dropped a pigeon on her. I'm going to do this and that, and I'm such and such and such. And he looked and dressed how she felt like he should look and dress. She was very superficial. Anyway, long story long, baby, he got her for a bunch of money. And then she ended up hiring a private investigator and stuff and finding out that he had done that to like several women.
Baby, the men be out here trifling. It's real trifling.
It's winter time. Homosexuals are on the loose. Ladies, lock your doors. Lock your doors. And if you have to FaceTime with them, keep the phone real close, okay? Real so they can't hardly see nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just see your headboard or your sofa or something. Don't let them see, you live in lavish in there. They're gonna be trying to come in your house and shack up.
All of it. It's crazy.
Homosexuals is on the loose. It's wintertime, y'all. They need somewhere warm.
I might have done some things in my life. I have never lived with no man and let no man live with me. That's my daddy engraved that in me. Oh no.
Yeah, I wasn't into that.
No shacking.
I wasn't into that either. I don't know. I shacked once I got engaged.
Yeah, but he had made a commitment and put the ring down.
Yeah, I needed to know before we walk down the aisle. Walk down the aisle. Are we really gonna make it or not?
Lord, let me find out that man had a turnkey though. I'm catching up on game.
Man, he had something going on. He was trying to drop a pigeon. You live in a high rise and drive an Audi and you talking about, can you pay my insurance for me if I give you some money?
Pay
Nah.
his car insurance. He had the cash. I was like, no, I know.
He better go down there and get a money order and mail it in. He better go get a money order and mail it in. No.
Wait.
No.
It ain't safe. It ain't safe, baby. It ain't safe out here.
Baby, man don't want to be fooling with me, okay? Because I'm something else. I got questions. I would have told him that. I would have had all kinds of questions. I'd be like, what do you mean? You don't have a debit card? Where's your bank account? Well, where's your credit card? How do you pay your rent every month? What about your car note? Baby, I would have had so many questions. You'd be like, no. He would have been like, I hate I even asked you. Yep, you should have hated you asked me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, let's go get something to eat, baby. Got my last meal and then never called him again.
I'm telling you. All that didn't seem right. I was like, I don't know.
Okay. Scamming and scheming.
Scamming and scheming. And my mama still saying, you need to get that boy shot. No, heck no.
No.
Don't throw him down too. You throwing him down too quick. No,
something ain't
right about it.
No, he's suspicious. He said, in college, this guy asked to take me out, but I had to pick him up. I said, nah, as you should, yeah. Yeah, because the young boys back then, they hustled. They all had piece of cars, and some of them had their cars hooked up. If they came from an affluent family, they drove a nice little ride at college. But yeah, the boys definitely had figured out how to get their little cars.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
He said he throwing himself down, baby. They throwing down something, okay? That's why, girls, you got to keep your knees closed. Abstain. Abstain. Don't get got, because then you're going to get sentimental.
It's hard out here, baby.
He said the one who didn't have a bank account was talking, and I was like, why don't you have an account? Baby, he said, I'm worried about the wrong things. Like, no, I'm worried about the right things. You're a whole adult. Because don't you get a bank account when you're a teenager.
Right.
Definitely, at least by the time you get in college, you have a bank account.
It's a mess. I know some people.
And then I'm like, how did he get that high rise? How he had that apartment? Was he renting an Airbnb?
I don't know. It was a loft looking. I mean, concrete.
Because
concrete, everything, concrete floors.
I know,
no pictures on the wall or nothing.
Because the reason I'm asking, because there's this guy, right? And I'd figured out, like, he would rent, like, my little 300 Mercedes, like, all the time. I'm talking about, like, all the time was renting this Benz. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I'm talking about, like, renting it all the time. And I was like, he got to have somebody thinking that this is his ride. Because why does he keep renting this particular car constantly? You know what I'm saying? Like, never any other cars in the fleet. Baby, he would get, and then sometimes he would get it and he would extend it for a week or two. I said, I don't know who he talking to or who he got believing that this is little Benz. But
that is a shame.
Baby, I already knew. I said, I said no. And I have seen people rent cars and rent Airbnbs, for like little dates and stuff, or whenever they send their boo, especially if they got somebody that like lives out of town or whatever, so they can pretend like that's their place.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the one that I sold, the one that I sold, baby, he was renting it all the time. He probably was sad when I sold it.
He could keep living that life.
Baby, you gotta tell somebody you're getting a new car, you gotta downsize because of the economy or something. I don't know. I don't know. Side note though, if y'all interested in doing like a Turo or something, get your little Mercedes 300. People like that. That's a good size SUV. Not too big, not too small. Don't use too much gas, baby. I could not keep that thing in the garage. It stayed out. People loved it. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it, but my behind, sitting in the Escalade. So
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, you can probably find one that's like 3 to 5 years old for around like 23,000. They're not too terrible. Cool. Yeah. My parents had me a bank account at 5 years old. I would deposit my money, with my little bank book, and then my dad stole your money and bought a Harley. Lord Jesus.
Lord.
Well, who can you trust when your daddy scam you? God dang. Your daddy stole from his baby. Lord, I'm sorry that happened to you. That's awful.
Yeah, it is.
Well, God dang.
They can make you not trust the bank.
Baby, that's going to give you trust issues in general. For sure. If your mama or your daddy steal from you, it definitely give you trust issues. Like, big kids have bank accounts young. Yeah, we did too. And we had like the little piggy banks too. Baby, I'm telling you what, I'm blessed to have the parents I had. My parents would never, they would never steal from us. That's crazy. Stole your money and bought a Harley. My God. Irresponsible. Was he on drugs?
He could have been. He could have been having a midlife crisis.
No, midlife crisis. Normally people don't do stuff to their kids. Not for a midlife crisis.
Mixed with a little drugs, they do.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I asked, was he on drugs? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm real serious because that's just low down, diabolical, and straight up hateful and evil to do that to you, right, to your own child for a Harley. Now, that'd be one thing. I mean, you still shouldn't steal from a child, but if it was like I took the money because we was gonna get evicted or something, then I would be like, I mean, that's still not right, but at least it's like, okay, I was trying to keep a roof over everybody's head so we weren't homeless, but you stole it and bought a Harley. Yeah, that's crazy.
Look at Honey Boo Boo mama. Done stole all that girl money, bought houses, tricked money off, bought all kind of crazy stuff.
We all could tell she was crazy and had mental illness, but was she on drugs?
I think so.
Yeah, she was on drugs.
She kept choosing shows look like they were.
Definitely was. I experienced a parent wiping out my bank account too. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Jeez Louise, you was a sophomore in college. Lord, that's the worst because books be like $800 per book. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Lord. I will tell you, my mom, I used to have to put my check into her bank account when I was little. Mm-hmm. Well, not little, like 16, 17. And she wouldn't tell me that it was overdrawn. So I used to put my check in her bank and I was literally paying her fees and stuff like that. So one time I did it, I didn't get any money back. And I was like, Mom, where's my money? And that's what and she said, well, I don't know what to tell you. I take care of you, live in my house for free and all that kind of stuff. So she left out. My brother, God rest his soul, he took me to go get my bank account. He said, you need to get your own bank account and stop putting your money. He said, do you see me doing that? He's like, I give her money. I would never put my check in her bank account. Yeah. So and from that time, I was 18 years old. It was SunTrust Bank then. I don't know. I think it's called Truist now here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I went there with 36 cents and that lady opened my account with 36 cents when I was 18 years old.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Thank God for your brother and for that lady at the bank. Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry. That is horrible. That is horrible. So did your mama have a mental illness? Or was she on drugs or alcoholic or something? Or she just didn't care?
Bad with money. Bad with money.
Did she ever apologize?
No. I used to do it all the time. Like, I didn't mind if it's like a $20. But one time, the biggest check I ever had, I was like, about 17. No, I was 18, and it was like $575. She gave me $60 because she had so many bank. You know, back then they used to. They weren't regulated like they are now, like with the fees. They used to keep on. So like after a couple of days, they'll add on the little fees.
Mm-hmm.
I was paying her bank fees with my checks.
That is horrible.
But he went, took me to SunTrust.
Thank God for your big brother that was like, get your own bank account.
Mm-hmm. He said, give her money, but get your own bank account.
Yeah. And the fact, like, I'll be honest, and I know some people not going to agree with me or whatever, but realistically, like, it's not cool for parents to put the responsibility on the child. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a child with a good heart and you're like, well, I see mom is struggling, I see dad is struggling, you know what I'm saying? I want to help out. Oh, I can pay a bill here or there. You know what I'm saying? To help us get out of a hard spot. That's one thing. But like being out here and telling your child, well, I keep a roof over your head, I do this and that. Well, I didn't ask to be here. Like that's you know what I'm saying? That's a responsibility you take on when you have children, that you are going to clothe them, feed them, you know what I mean? You house them. You're going to try and put them in an environment where they can be stable mentally and emotionally. That's not your kids' responsibilities. And I do think that's very weird when parents are like, oh, you 16, you work, or you 15, you work, you need to pay rent, you need to contribute. No, they don't. They need to be focused on school. They need to be focused on a vision, a career, their hobbies. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know sometimes kids grow up in a rough environment or like financial insecurity. And I definitely know kids, they'll work and, you know, they'll say, oh, well, okay, mom, I got this much to go on rent, or I have this much to buy groceries with. You know what I'm saying? But telling your child that that's their responsibility because you have mismanaged your resources or your time, or you can't figure stuff out, and putting that type of stress on a kid is insane to me. And I know somebody probably feels some type of way about what I'm saying, but that is insane to me. Insane. That's not your child's responsibility. Your child is a child. They need to be able to be a child. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to be doing everything you can to help your kids, not hurt your kids. That's crazy. I'm sorry so many of y'all in here went through that. My God. Lord, baby. Yeah, that's wild. I've been working since I was 16, and I had to beg my mama and daddy to let me get a job. They did not want me to work. And then they were like, well, if your grades go down, you got to quit, blah, blah, blah. My mom and daddy have never asked me for a dime. Even older, even once I like started making millions of dollars, they still don't. I have to like force stuff, you know what I mean, on them, or I just give stuff, or you know what I mean, like because I want to. But my mama and daddy have never been like, you know, hey, can you pay our mortgage? Or hey, can you do this? Or oh, we raised you, we help you build up your business, so you owe us. They never did that. Now I do things for them because I want to do things for them, but like it is not it's, you know, they've never made it my responsibility or my sister's responsibility when we were growing up that we had to pay rent or contribute to the household. That is nuts. And I couldn't imagine my mama or my daddy going into my account and robbing me. I just could not imagine. Like, I understand a lot of y'all in here are sharing that you have a parent, unfortunately, that has done that to you. Like, my mind is blown. I like when I say I can't fathom it, can't fathom it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I listen. Even if they was on drugs, they ain't stole no money. That's crazy.
Right, from your babies, like
right.
That's insane. That's insane. So, okay, I got a question. So, did that teach you more like financial responsibility? Because I noticed with people when they grow up in financial insecurity, either they grow up and they're extremely financial responsible, or they adopt their parents' financial dysfunction.
I will tell you, for me, it's kind of half and half. I'm not the best with money, but I'm way better than her. Mm-hmm. And with the way I raised my daughters are 26, 24, and 20, almost 21. They didn't pay me. They took care of themselves with their money. I'm like, don't come to me about your phone bill. Don't come to me about your hair, your bust down weaves. No, you can get that yourself with your money. But as far as your living expenses, I got you. And I did that for my oldest daughter until she got married. And she just got married this year. And the other two decided to move on their own just because they grown. You know what I'm saying? Not because they had to, but they didn't pay no bills in my house.
Yeah.
They did not pay bills in my house. And my mom to this day is not good with money. I don't give her money. I buy her stuff.
Right.
So she'll come to me and she'll say she doesn't have food. She lives in Virginia. I live in Georgia. I will send her like a Walmart delivery or something like that. I don't give her money. If she says she needs shoes, I'll buy the shoes. I don't give her money because she's horrible with money. She just didn't get the memo as far as money was concerned. She's just very irresponsible with the money.
Yeah. That's understandable. I probably wouldn't give her any money either, because it's like, if you give it to her, is she even really going to do with it what she said she would? Oh, child. So do you just have like a certain set of money that's set aside to like assist her instead of money that's going into like your savings or your investments? How does that work?
I just pull it out of my regular checking account. I'm in the process of building my my money back up because 2023 was my worst financial year in years, and 2024 was about rebuilding relationships and stuff like that in terms of money and stuff like that. So I am rebuilding my money that I'm able to be, because although I'm the youngest of my family, I'm really the monarch of the family. So I want to get back. I don't mind taking on that role. I just need to get my money back to where it was, where I was making six figures and it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me as much. I gave lectures, but I was able to get the money right away. That's where I wanted to get back to. So like right now, she just asked for after Christmas. I always give her something. We have a background. We're West Indian, so she loves rum cake and stuff like that. So I buy those kinds of. That's every year. That's every year during Christmas, and I give her stuff that she needs, but I never give her money, and it's usually out of my checking account, not out of my savings.
So I have a question. Just think about this and go home and pray with it tonight. Have you ever thought that maybe God stopped your cash flow because you were giving when you weren't supposed to be giving? And to force you to have to like preserve things for yourself so you can learn that lesson and be able to build up. Because I'm not saying don't help your parents. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that at all. But however, I know this. I've observed this. I ain't gonna say I feel. I know this. I can say this emphatically. I would be willing to put money on it. People that are givers and that have big hearts and that normally are the responsible people in the families, even though they don't want to be responsible, you will give to a point that is dysfunctional. And you have to, you get to a point you have to learn you're not supposed to pour into anybody. People are supposed to pick up from your overflow. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's hard to tell a parent or a sibling, no or whatever, right? It's hard, but when it really comes down to something that like, no, you don't need this, or you can work, or you can pick up this extra shift, or, hey, we're going to sit down and make you a budget and you need to be able to manage this properly, because me trying to support you in your household and my own household is too overwhelming or too much. You know what I'm saying? Like that has to be a thing, because I've noticed people that are bad with money, they don't have a respect for money, and they don't have a respect for the time and the effort that someone else put into making that money.
And I will agree with you. I will tell you that what I learned from what happened in 23 and how I saw what happened in 24 is that no one came to my rescue. I'm always the person to go to be rescued, but I didn't have nobody to rescue me. I had to rescue me. I had to pull myself up. And I'm still in the process of pulling myself back together. So I think I do want that role back, because I honestly believe that I'm supposed to have a company that my family works for me. Because I don't know, it just always comes to me like that I'm supposed to be doing something that I'm employing them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm employing them. Because I don't know. I mean, I can tell my whole family business, but not everybody's doing horrible, but nobody likes the job. Nobody likes either hours or the money or what they're actually doing. Nobody likes it. So I'm like, what if I make a whole corporation or a company that they could work for me? Maybe they would like their hours. Maybe they would like what they're doing, or you know what I mean? I just think like I'm supposed to be the boss.
Is you supposed to be the boss? But who says you're supposed to be the boss with them? Because like realistically, and I'm gonna say this because I work with my family, but I don't work with everybody in my family. And there's some people in my family that ask me for positions, and I'm like, absolutely not. Like, just be careful, pray, and use your discernment because, like, honestly, if you don't like your hours as an adult person or you don't like where you're at, then go get a new job or you create your own. You know what I'm saying? Are they coming to you and saying, hey, cuz, hey, sis, I know you have a business, blah, 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 blah. I have this skill set. You know, let me try and do XYZ element of P and, you know, see if this can help you build your business, see if this can help you make more income, see if this can help save you some time. As my mama would say, you know, you got to put aces in their places, right? And so, you know, you don't want to inherit the problem of everyone is dependent on you. And I don't know, you know, their personalities, but you got to be careful to not get yourself in a situation where people feel like because you're related to them, they don't have to take their job as seriously. They don't have to come in. They don't have to put in the time. They don't have to be in order. They don't have to follow SOPs. So that's the other thing you have to be like very careful with, because I've seen, you know, I've had clients that are trying to hire people in their family and it turns into a full disaster. I also have a set of clients, they're able to work with people in their family, but it's normally not everybody. They may have like a brother or a sister or maybe one of their parents, you know, that works and does something maybe like manager or booking or administration, or maybe somebody does the sales calls or the customer service or something. Maybe somebody runs the warehouse or the logistical side, but normally it's not everybody in the family, because I feel like your whole thing that you're missing, you have to be stable and you have to have your foundation built, and then you have to have your building built and operational before you get into trying to save other people. They're grown. They need to save themselves.
And you're right. I wouldn't do everybody now. There's some people in the family, they would never get a job. Even if I needed them, they would never get a job. But it's just something, I just always feel like that. I feel like that I could make it easier. I don't know why I'm always feeling that way. Like I can make it easy, make things easier for people. But then I never really have anybody halfway like that in my family for me.
Exactly. So why are you doing it?
I don't know, Ashley. I don't know.
And sometimes when we're doing stuff we're not supposed to, God will stop different stuff. Doesn't come out and ask you that about the finances. Like maybe he took you through that so that you could stop. You know what I'm saying? And you can be able to put your resources and your energy and your efforts and your visions like in towards yourself. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with helping somebody here or there. But like if you're out here giving out, but you know you haven't built back up your savings or your stockpile, you out of order. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you the truth. And your money's gonna keep fleeing from you.
Yeah. You're right.
Hey, Ashley,
Hey.
my girl.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
I wanted to ask you a few questions about some content stuff or some marketing. Is that okay? I don't know what kind of stream this is. I came over from IG. Okay. First, the main thing I was wondering was, and oh my God, this is always so good. Everything you always say, like you're OG. I'm one of your OGs from 8 years ago. Can you believe it, Ashley? It's been like 9 years.
Flies. Thank you, Queen.
Yes. Since before the pandemic, I want to say 3-4 years before the pandemic, I've been listening to this woman, y'all. She is the best. I wanted to first mention
that I always come back to your strategies and your content and everything you say, even with all the noise or all the influencers and all the marketing and all the digital out here now, you know?
Thank you.
Ashley, her stuff, yes, is so just timely. I love that you always talk about current events. I've been falling off though, Ashley. I have to admit, I've been falling off. So anytime I get into your lives, I'm always like, oh my God, Ashley gives me so much more hope and motivation and determination. You're like the Beyonce, for real, of social media. You need to, I know you already got a reel about
Beyonce.
it. Yeah, girl. Huh? What'd you
say?
say?
Business Beyonce.
Yes, you are the digital business Beyonce. I'm so serious. Anytime I see Beyonce too, I'll be like, oh, Ashley, because you always be like, people be saying I look like Beyonce. People be trying to, it's so funny. Y'all don't understand. I've been listening to hundreds of Ashley streams. I have at least probably about 30 products or more of everything.
So much.
Yeah, don't rush me though, because we talking about everything up in here. Somebody saying, no, not you. Somebody saying I love the compliments. Well, what's the question? We done talked about everything. Don't rush me. I'm telling y'all all of this because it's so many levels, and she's helping me so much with staying on track from years. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, don't fall off too hard. And believe in yourself. That's what she says every day, y'all. Okay. So me coming in here with my own personal testimony, don't rush me and ask me my questions. I'm listening to people talk about their dad stealing their bank account money. Don't rush me. I just want to say that. All right. So number one, Ashley is the GOAT. She really is. Do a reel or something about, yeah, that's great. Good for you too. Do a reel about how you're the Beyonce of business or something. Because every time I see her, I think of you in the high level of achievement and how you keep us going. You see what I mean? That's Beyonce. That's Beyonce status.
Hey,
like, you know what I'm saying? She the best. There's no one really in her league. That's how I look at Ashley. So I'm saying all of this to say that I've been falling off, Ashley, and I always get back on, especially with your content and everything. And it's always so timely. Everything you're talking about, even the parent stuff and the karma, the trauma, a lot of that gets brought up for the year, for the new year, for the holidays, for the, a lot of that like trauma, drama, also your hopes and wishes, your aspirations, all of that is coming up at once, and then we're going into this crazy, what do you call it? Administration. And then you keep, talking about that too. So, I'm like, man, you better
I know y'all seen
Vivek
and Elon basically got on the internet and called Americans dumb and lazy and basically advocating for bringing in, bringing in foreigners, immigrants for these high paying tech jobs. But yet they wanted to say,
and I'm glad we even touched on this because, like, ever since the election is when a lot of my confidence went down, a lot of my sales went down, a lot of my direction went down. It was like it threw me off, kind of, the whole thing. Because everybody's riding high and hoping that we would rejoice and come together. And then it all came crashing down. And I totally believe it was funny business with the election. And the energy is just so scrambled and weird, especially between white and black and male and female. So you always keep us straight, Ashley. I'm going to keep saying that. Anytime I'm on here, I always shout you out and just say how much I love you. So now that we're on TikTok, I can actually get live and give you all your props and tell your other listeners, like, she is the one that will keep us focused and motivated. And it's like, whether she's a little older than you or a little younger than you, because Ashley's a little younger than me, but she is such a leader, y'all. Okay. All right. So that kind of threw me off, and I'm still kind of like, not sure how to deal with the energy, how people are so divided and kind of sad. A lot of people are sad too. Like, And I'm saying all this because these are like some of my doubts and fears about marketing that's kind of, has me kind of insecure about marketing and stuff. So I'm getting through it. I'm pushing through it with your help. Okay. So I feel like one of your main strategies that you always have told us, and I have this product, is the 0 to 10K one.
Mm-hmm.
That strategy. A lot of people use that strategy. I'm telling y'all, Ashley, I bought 0 to 10K. I think it was 7 years ago. It was about 7 years ago when you did that. It was during the pandemic, maybe, which wasn't exactly 7 years, but I think it was right before the pandemic.
I think I updated it, like when the pandemic came.
Yeah.
I like when it updated it.
Yeah. And so first, okay, so my main question, getting to the question, is with 0 to 10K, do you think I should do the under $50 thing and then have an upsell, or should I just focus on the $50 thing?
You need
That's
both.
the thing.
You need both, because you have some people that have been with you for a while and they're going to buy because you built up rapport. They see you as a resource. They have a lot of faith and trust in you already. So they're not going to have an issue. And then the under 50 is really for your newer people. So creating, some type of package or some type of customization to get people in the door so they can try and be like, oh, this is really, really good, or I'm really excited about this. That's how that works. And then you can follow up and convert them over.
So have the two already ready and promote them both, or really go hard.
I mean, I would go hard for one, and I would use my other as a downsell. Or if you are on a campaign, like if you're collaborating with people weekly, like I was talking about new people, I would probably do the under 50 for the new people in the collaboration, because they don't know you yet, and you're trying to build a bridge so they get the opportunity to get to know you. But with Charmaine, that is so pretty. Thank you. You're trying to build up an opportunity for them to get to know you, right? So the people that are already there, like, this is the offer. When you go into other people's spaces, or you get those new people there, or even if it's someone that already existed and they didn't get the 50, okay, we'll use your new lead magnet or their new product as a downsell for those people too. And they're still going to cycle back into the 50.
So have something for like 200, and then have something for 50. Go harder on the 50, and then upsell the people on the 200 through the through your email list.
You upsell through email, you upsell through the DM, you upsell through one-to-one conversations, you upsell, like, even literally just having the upsell action when people check out, having it there. Like having an actual.
Yeah, because I've gotten better with my new product mix, because it takes sometimes days and hours, like you say, with your content building boot camps. It takes a lot of time. Like, you can't halfway do this. You have to put in a couple hours a day or a couple hours a week, whatever you can. And so the $50 thing, I want to try to get people, like you said, new people, and also get people excited about something that a lot of people can afford. And that can give them a taste of something. And then the next step of the journey be a little more expensive and have a payment plan. You've been saying this stuff for years. Ashley, I'll tell you, she knew all this for years, y'all. She is not no new little chick out here teaching people marketing. But I noticed a lot of people use those.
Thank you, Alfred Shop.
That's so funny. Yes. So what should I do? Because I'm never on here on TikTok. Should I push the heart and then join the team?
Yeah,
I don't understand what
if you
half
push
this
the
stuff
heart,
means on
you
here.
join the team, and then it'll give it's supposed to give notifications. Sometimes it don't give notifications, but it's supposed to. Yes. Oh my God, we hit 50K likes. Thank you so much, Queen Wimbo. Yes, y'all. We appreciate it.
Yay.
Like Queen Wimbo says, we hit 50K likes. Look at, I wouldn't even pay attention. Look at y'all. Y'all better be out here tapping tonight. But yeah, you hit the heart. That
That's how
makes
you
you a
do
part
it.
of the team.
And then that's the
Yep.
likes.
Mm-hmm. And then likes comes from just like tapping the screen, and they help protect the live so that you don't get banana.
Oh, I see it.
Yep. And then like the little
Okay.
gift box is how you can send gifts, and everybody's sending the cowboy hat with the mustache because I got it pinned to the top. So you just push it and like it sends it. But you saw other gifts coming because people are sending those out of the gift box. Side note, battle team, we will be battling on Sunday. And we're going up for the raffle for
one
the
more
Dior
thing
bag.
about because I don't understand TikTok.
Thank you, L'Oreal.
I've been wanting to come on here and I don't understand it. Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna make this one quick. All right, so I figured out a hack for TikTok that you don't need 1,000 followers to do live. I Googled it and they gave me live, and I only have 400 followers.
Yeah, they changed it like a few months ago. And then
I had to push a few things, and then they sent it back to me. Like, okay, because I don't have 700. I think it's 800.
But they just do it now in general. You don't have to do all that. It's like if you got like a couple hundred,
yes,
you can go live. And I think it's 1,000 to be able to turn on your camera now. Is what I think it is.
Well, yeah, it's something weird because I'd be wondering what should I do since I don't have a link. You don't have a link. Even when you're a business account, I can't put my actual
You got to get your followers
link
up.
Okay, so
Queen.
What do I do until I get a link?
What you
like
mean?
to market my CTA?
You create.
I mean my CTA.
Thank you, our Praise Shop. You create content on your page and tell people to DM you.
Tell them
Thank
to
you,
DM me.
Shop.
Okay, so they can DM me?
Yeah, you tell people to DM you.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Because if TikTok don't go away, then I do need to be on here more. Thank you, Ashley. I love you so much. I'm gonna mute myself. I'll stay
Thank you, our Praise Shop.
Y'all so silly.
Thank you, our Praise Shop. Thank you for my cowboy hat.
Okay, I want to change the vibe, but I just needed to ask my little questions. Happy New Year to you. I love you so much, girl.
Happy New Year to you too. Special shout out to everybody that sent me a cowboy hat. Our Praise Shop coming through with a big, 8 cowboy hats. Woo, 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 woo. Glorious Lock sent me 3 cowboy hats. No, did you send me 9? Our Praise Shop sent me 9 cowboy hats. Glorious Lock sent me 3 cowboy hats. Shauna's World sent me 3 cowboy hats. Jay Janice sent me 3 cowboy hats. Queen Wimbo sent me a cowboy hat. Thank you. L'Oreal sent me a cowboy hat. Thank you. Thank you. Charmaine sent me a cowboy hat. Thank you. Thank you. Faith Tech Solutions. Thank you for my cowboy hat and my mustache. I appreciate you guys greatly. Yep, you can do a DM for your call to action. But it's easy to get 1,000 followers. Like on TikTok, if you're posting content every single day, and if you go inside of people's panels. Kim, thank you for my makeup. Thank you, Carol. You go inside of people's panels and stuff and chit chat, you'll get followers like really, really fast. Really fast. TikTok is very communal. Very, very communal. You don't really have to know somebody.
I spend a lot of money here on TikTok and don't have my 10,000 followers. But now I remember what my question was to come up. How to get followers, King Ashley, because you don't be playing on all you be getting them. So I don't know if that's something I gotta buy or it's like a group I gotta get in, but I got the content. I just need people to see it. Okay. I've got excellent content. That much I know.
So first thing first, are you getting your videos categorized?
What does that mean?
So whenever you go to a video on your page, at the search bar, does it say something? Or like at the bottom, it has a little blue writing and it tells people what it's searching for?
Sometimes it depends on what I do. It will automatically, I look down at the bottom, it'll say, like, I guess that's, if somebody searches, they'll see my video. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I did think something on Peach McIntyre 2 days ago. And then I noticed at the bottom, her two Peach McIntyre newborns was down at the bottom. I didn't do that. I look like TikTok had done that.
Yeah, they're categorized. So one of the things that you can do is you can get like the SEO, like the phrases that people will search for. You put 4 or 5 of them on your post, shrink them down, push them over to the side. Also, like a good title, you can do the Creator Search Insights tool. You search it, go and see, click the content gap and see what's trending that's relative to the content you create a post through that helps you get more followers and views and helps you get categorized too. Also, a lot of people don't know this. If you spend like 5 or 10 minutes, like the whatever content you're about to create, going and searching for that type of content on the app and like dropping comments and engaging with it and interacting with it, and then you post your content and then you engage and interact with a little bit more, that also will help your views go up and your reach go up so you can get more follows as well. And then the easiest way is getting on panels. Coming in, making good points, or things that are witty or funny or entertaining, and people will follow you as well also. And then of course talking about trending topics, like Peach makes me itch, so it's too much toxicity and dysfunction. I be like, ugh, or whatever, but go off, like it's a lot. I feel like part of the reason that people like watching Peach is because Peach makes them feel better about where they are in their life. Like, I feel like people are like, oh, they're like, yeah, I may have this and this going on, but at least I ain't a hot ass mess like her. I feel like that's why Peach and E. Kane and Charles and Miss Netta and all those type of people, I feel like that's why they're blown up.
I do. I have a love-hate relationship with that girl because I know she needs help. She needs help, but she is a genius at the same time, though, Ashley, because she is making a killing. I mean, she's ruining her reputation, but she is making a killing off of what she's doing.
Is she making a genius? Is she a genius, or is she selling her soul for money?
That could be a thought. That's a thought.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting out here and getting paid for being dysfunctional is only going to last for so long. She's going to have to make some type of turn in growth or development, and people are going to be, you know what I'm saying? People are going to be out of touch with it. People will watch a train wreck. You know what I'm saying? People will watch a hot mess. Look at how many people watch E. Kane, and they were literally on the stream, her and the father of her children, like duking it out, boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like all kinds of DV. Like, I can't glorify DV. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a part of that. And it's the same thing, like girls that get on here, you know what I mean, and show a little this and show a little that or whatever. It's the same thing. Even if you look at the timing that Peach does stuff, when it's getting close time for rent to be due, baby, they gonna kick up some drama. They gonna have some type of craziness. All of a sudden, it's some with her mama, or some with a man, or some with her beating up somebody next door. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's always going to be something. When you start watching the calendar, you can time it. Oh, it's about to be some mess that's gonna pop off, because she got to make sure she getting those views up. She got to make sure that check from the Creator Fund is gonna be good. So when you look at the fact that, like, you're out here destroying your life, making bad decisions, you know what I mean, putting that type of energy and those types of things out too on your children and stuff, like, also you can get a check. Like, she may be good at entertaining, and she's honestly learned to get paid off of her dysfunction. And I'm telling you, the only reason, people glorify people like her is because it makes them feel better about themselves. If you see somebody that's out here living a hot mess of a life that way, a lot of times people will support it or cheer them on to bad decisions and stuff like that, or look at it and be like, oh, I'm telling you, it's because deep down, those people that are watching, they're like, oh, I feel better about myself watching her, because my life may not be in order, but it ain't this bad. I may not, I may, my man may be doing such and such and such, but he ain't doing me like that. Oh, my house may be a little messy, a little out of order, but it ain't filthy like that. Oh, you said, like, that's really what it is. Like, you got E. Kane on here bragging about having BV and STDs. Like, this ugh. That's just my opinion. And I don't like the way that she's always calling other women bees and this and this and that, and all, you know what I'm saying? Just the way that she conducts herself, for me, is just it's a lot. It's a lot. It's not cute at all, and I feel like it's such a bad representation. And there's so many Black women that work so hard to be decent human beings. There's so many Black women that work so hard to be stable. There's so many Black women that work so hard on their speech and on their work ethic and their spirituality and their bodies and, you know, their mindset. There's so many Black women out here striving to be excellent mothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many Black women striving to be excellent wives, like just trying to be good sisters, good, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to be the best version of themselves that they can be. And it's agitating to me that you see a lot of the examples of dysfunction in our community and the imagery that we want to move away from. That's what you see being like touted and showcased at the masses. You know what I'm saying? But then on the other end, I will say this, you see great positive representation. Like if you look at Elise, or you look at Clark, or you look at Jackie, or you look at I'm having a brain fart. Her name starts with a D. I can't think of her name. She does like crafts and creative stuff too. What's her name too? Nikki, you know, Nikki with Clean Talk that has all the little gidgy gadgets and little stuff. Yeah, Jessica is another really good example too. So at least I can say, but at least, you know, there are other examples of women that have like those very, very large platforms that are, you know what I mean, that are like, I feel like balancing things out, so people will know like, okay, like, you know, you can't just put all Black women into a specific category. Yeah, baby, Nikki be having all the gadgets. Okay, I'm like, how is she storing all this stuff in her house? I have storage issues in my house, and I'm like, where is she storing all of these little cups and gadgets? And y'all know she does those self-care video days, and like she'll bring out like the Stanley, and then there's like this little tray thing around the Stanley, and she puts her little snacks and stuff in it, honey. And she got all the little bath bombs and face masks and the lights and the mist and the oil and the little. Nikki got little stuff, baby. Nikki got all the little gadgets. She putting it in the pool outside. She gotta be okay. She has all the gadgets, but I love watching her content. So somebody like her, you know what I'm saying? I like her. To me, I feel more like, okay, that's somebody I'd be like, man, I'd be like, this woman is a genius. You know what I'm saying? She has found a way to like monetize her love for like little gadgets and cutesy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's amazing. Especially when you look at the fact that she's a plus size woman and she's a dark skinned woman in America, and she's getting the things that people say she's not supposed to get. And you can tell like she has a nice family. You can tell she has a nice husband. You know what I'm saying? And she's able to make money without all of that drama. You know what I'm saying? She's able to make money without all of that dysfunction and all of that toxicness. So, and I know people criticize her. They're like, oh, it's overconsumption, blah, 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 blah. Right. Nikki just be out here cleaning stuff, honey, babe, because that's a house right there. She give me a glass, I'm gonna drink out of it. She give me a plate, I'm gonna eat up. I'm not gonna think twice about it, baby, because if ain't nobody's house gonna be clean, Nikki's house is gonna be clean. Okay, her house is gonna be clean, and her guest bathroom is probably stocked with all kinds of goodies for you to try. So it just depends. You know what I mean? It's different strokes for different folks. Everybody likes different stuff. Peach doesn't even show up in my timeline, her or Ekane. Normally they show up in my timeline when other people are talking about them, but like their content actually in my timeline doesn't show up, and I don't want it to. You never saw it? Yeah, put in Nikki Clean Talk or whatever, and she'll pull up. She's just a cute lady, and she clean everywhere, even when she go to hotels. Now I feel like she should have gotten a refund. I watched that video when she was on that cruise, and how she had to clean everything and all that stuff was dirty, and she called down to the front desk to let her know, but was like, oh, no worries, no ma'am, you absolutely deserved a refund or some type of discount or huge credit or something. You'd had to spend, I know she had to spend a good couple hours cleaning that room.
Now I remember that, and I shared that. I was like, "This is disgusting." And they had people's drawers in a. That means you didn't even open up the drawers to make sure that they had gotten all their trash and stuff out there. That's disgusting. And then since she has helped me figure out, like, just because it looks clean doesn't mean it's clean.
Mm-hmm.
And go up in hotels and start spraying, and now I just take Lysol everywhere because it's just disgusting. Just because it looks clean does not mean it's clean.
Okay, Nikki. Hey, James, you said you can't wait to build my stuff in 2025. We got an event in February, workshop style, because y'all gonna leave with stuff done. Okay, I'm not coming to motivate you. We're coming to get work done. Okay. Friday VIP day, Saturday is workshop day, and then Sunday is brunch with panels. Yeah. But no, Nikki, baby, when I tell you she gonna clean, okay? Nikki cleans. I'm like, baby, the way, but I feel like it's fabulous. Okay. I think women like her, Nabila is another woman. She's not black. I think Nabila is Indian, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to mislabel. I think she's Indian. Anyway, she is making buku's money off of taking care of her babies and cleaning her house all day. That's genius. People watch her do Pilates and fix sandwiches and happy face pancakes with strawberries. Yes, with the pockets of peace. Yes, I think that's amazing. I do. Like, so that's genius. Okay, this girl, she just over there waking. She's like, I woke up. I'm putting on my makeup in my beige life. Okay, I'm going to do my Pilates. And you know what bothers me about Nabila? And I really love her content. Oh my God, her cooking videos. Like, she's completing them now. She used to always show herself like making stuff and never would show like the completed end. And I would be so drove and I'd be like, yo, I'm like, this is bothering me. She shows it now. I think,
not the beige life.
Yeah, she has it. I mean, that's a thing. Like the
that's
beige
a whole
life.
Thing.
That's a whole thing.
That's a whole Instagram thing more than a TikTok thing.
No, that's here on TikTok too.
Okay, because I'm finally, now that they're about to ban it, I'm really looking at it like, what the hell are they doing here on TikTok?
Everything, the beige life, or I would say like the oatmeal life or whatever. And I don't think there's anything wrong with beige and oatmeal because they're like, it calms them down, And then you have people in the world like me, we're colorful people. You need both. You need the beige queens and you need the color queens. I'm a colorful girl, clearly. Look at that. I like colors, okay? I'm a color girl.
Yes.
Nice. That is a nice.
Where is your workshop, Ashley? You doing it in person?
Yeah, it's going to be in person in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay. Let us know when you come into Atlanta. I have to finally meet you one day soon.
I don't know if I'm gonna be circling to Atlanta this year. Not for any workshops.
Really?
Maybe speaking at other people's events. I mean, I feel like Atlanta gets everything. And
we do. And
I do always come, and that's why I'm going to different places this year. Like we got stuff going on in the nation, and so like I gotta hit like some flyover cities because there's somebody in Atlanta will bring me in to speak. They will. They always do. So come to NYC. I haven't been to NYC in a minute, actually. I haven't been to NYC.
Yeah, a couple years.
Yeah, a couple years. Pretty much since Mama got sick, I haven't been to NYC. You said it must be a tourist thing. Before my husband, I was a beige gal. Now I like color. Tourist people, we definitely like color. We do. We're entertainers. We're fun people. We like keeping a very happy home. You know what I mean? More cozy. Like, even though I have glamorous stuff in here, it's definitely, I would say, like cozy over glamour. And we're comfortable. I want to be pretty, but I want to be comfortable, if that makes sense. I'm a color girl for sure. We like life, like, woo, excitement. Pretty and comfortable. Like that's what I want. It makes me happy when people come to my house and they're like, "Oh, it's so peaceful. I want to take a nap." That makes me happy. And then you find people, they come to people when they come over, people are always all over my house, just like in little blankets sleeping. That makes me happy that people feel comfortable enough, or like that people like, oh, I want some more pie, or I want some more cookies, or I want some more lasagna, or whatever it is I could. That makes me very, very happy. Like as a tourist, like, you know, we're very proud of our homes and being able to make people comfortable. I think almost all tourists have the gift of hospitality. Now, do all of us use it? That's another question. But like in general, we typically want to make people comfortable. Unless you meet a lower vibrational tourist, and then you should run for the hills because they are terrible people and they're going to use you and drain you dry of everything. There's no in between with us. Either we're really, really good people or really terrible people. And I just know that firsthand experience. It's not like you meet a tourist, it's not an in between. Either you're dealing with one of the best people you've ever met in your life or one of the most horrible people on the planet Earth. And if you meet a lower vibrational tourist, run for the hills. It's awful. They're awful. Those are the people that are like gold diggers, money grubbers, will emotionally manipulate people, use people for everything that they have. Will throw your mistakes back in your face, hypercritical, will plot on you. I mean, there's some terrible people, baby. but they'll look fabulous while they're doing it. They're gonna do a bunch of terrible stuff to you, but they're gonna look amazing while they're out here being evil. Yes, emotional vampires, like big time. I'm just telling y'all. I'm telling y'all the truth, okay? There's not an in between. You said, you know what? I'm telling you, there's not an in between with us. Either you met a really good, like happy bull, or you met a bull that's out to destroy everything in anyone, and they're completely self-serving and self-centered, and do not have the ability to be there emotionally for anybody. You said your son is a happy bull. Thank the Lord. You knew one, but will not apologize. They will not apologize. They'll be like, well, you knew I was trifling when you met me, so whatever happened is your fault. You be like, oh. Same with Aries.
Ashley, what are you doing right now as far as your offers? I remember you were doing a Christmas thing or a Black. Well, yeah,
I have a
changing your offers.
No, I have a 12-week. I have a 12-week mentorship that starts January the 9th. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it. And then people are booking us for like one-to-one services. So to pick up doing their ads, build funnels, stuff like that.
And you still let me know if there's too many questions. I won't ask you anymore, but I was gonna ask you. You still like lead pages to ConvertKit? Because I like ConvertKit better than the other things with deliverability. I know it's a nerdy question at this hour. And y'all can actually be up anytime doing lives.
ConvertKit and lead pages aren't the same thing, though.
I know. I remember you would hook lead pages up to ConvertKit because you don't like their opt-ins.
I hate their opt-ins.
I don't really like their. Me too.
I hate ConvertKit
opt-ins.
Lead pages opt-in, and then the other part, do you have with ConvertKit, if you're trying to move people over to a page where they can buy something instantaneously, like get into your Tripwire, ConvertKit doesn't do that. Convert's sole purpose is literally to put people on your email list and to be able to send out the broadcast and send out the automated emails. That's all it does.
And I love it for that. When
it comes to making sales, it does not help. That's what lead pages does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the deliverability is really good with ConvertKit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes to the primary box and it shows you could test it because you recommended ConvertKit since back in the day.
Yeah.
But you just like lead pages too. Lead pages, I get so confused.
Lead pages lead page is the page that people see. Lead page generates leads.
I know.
ConvertKit is the email automation. Lead Pages
Yes.
also does registration pages, about pages, sales pages. You can build a website, a custom tree.
Mhm.
You can do all of that with Lead Pages, and it's automatically mobile friendly and tablet friendly. So it's going to dynamically shift
Mhm.
depending on the device
You
you're
like
on.
it.
Of course, I
Yeah.
like it. That's why I've been using it for so long. I've been using Lead
I
Pages and
know,
Convert.
it's
I actually was
harder,
using
and it's
Lead
more-
Pages before I was using ConvertKit.
Wow. See, Ashley's such a genius with this
I love
stuff,
Lead
y'all. She
Pages.
makes it seem so simple, but then sometimes the funneling part is so hard. I know I just need to hire somebody, like, you know, you or somebody
Hire
to put it
somebody,
all
or
together.
they'll watch a video where they do something, you pause it, then you do it. Then watch the video,
Yeah.
pause it, then you go do it. Either or.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not hard, but they're different things. So I like them
But
for
yeah,
different reasons.
thanks for confirming that for me. Yeah, 0 to 10K. It shows you. You showed us. You went through it with us.
Yep, they
It's
do.
still hard.
No, it's not. It's not hard. Stop saying it's hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard.
But y'all
Just-
take a lesson from Ashley too, that she be live after midnight, and I would still be up watching her because in Atlanta it's going on 1, and we still be up.
Yep.
She is
Look,
a
we just-
simulcasting queen.
Babe, we just chilling tonight, mess around and get into what's a face community conversation. That's where the most be happening at. We'll probably be
Now, what is the
on tomorrow.
battle?
Battle is where another content creator comes on the screen and we have to beat the other team. And you get points and all
Whoa.
that good stuff.
And you have to join the team.
No, anybody